Check, check, check. Good day. I said good day, everybody. Welcome to the show with Mike. Big E is here. Hello, Ezus.
Hello, hello.
T-Roy in the house. What up, T?
How are you, sir?
I'm very good. I'm a little, I think we're both going to be battling it. T-Roy made his world-famous chili
Oh, yeah.
last night.
Yep, just topped the bowl myself.
I thought I had to get up at, I had to get up at like 6:30 this morning with the cease to go out, and I literally thought about digging into a bowl of chili at 6:30 this morning. And
Yeah. You're the kind of
Oh, I thought
psychopath
you were
that would
talking-
have it for breakfast.
I assumed you were talking when you said on the lookout. I thought you meant like a bathroom lookout.
No,
chili,
well, that
chili,
too.
and I
that
don't know.
too.
That's after.
Yeah.
No, it's got a little kick to it. So I just had a bowl before we came down here, and all of a sudden I had the sniffles.
Yeah, I'm like, is there any tissue down here? I don't trust myself. I
Yeah.
feel like I've had the sniffles since I consumed a lunch bowl.
Yeah. So it's chili
doing all
abuse,
right.
not cold.
Yeah. Anyway,
And I am
happy,
officially COVID-free today. I got my test today.
Did you
Had
really?
a little
Another
scare.
one?
I had a little scare. So
You son of a bitch.
I got
you
tested
son
today.
of a when was this?
I got
scare?
tested. Did you get tested, E?
No. When was this scare?
Just a contact of a contact.
I'm just
I'm
kidding.
not going to get into
I'm not at the point
and all that.
we're all getting it.
I'm not at the
No
point
avoiding it.
anymore. Yeah, you know what's funny? My mom, and you know what? God bless her. Whatever. Everyone deals with this, I guess, in different ways and stuff. And I was as worried as anybody. We already discussed this enough times, but. Where she was talking about like wanting to go see that Spielman thing, at the Lions game, because I like Spielman. He was an awesome player. They were honoring him.
Bailed on the Lions in his prime. Other than that,
Good for him. And
Yeah.
that I applaud him. Actually, it makes me like him
Probably.
better. But no. But she was like asking me like, lines are terrible. What do you think the crowd's gonna be like? And I'm like, I don't know. And she
Horrible.
was thinking about going. But then it's like, I'm like,
your mom a big Spielman fan?
all because of that stupid. We don't have to get into the whole story again. But the picture with me and the kid and making this revenge sign,
Right,
yada
yeah.
yada yada. But my point is, my mom had like I'm like, how? But then she was like, still kind of weird about going out to eat, and I'm like, how many people did you think would be at the Lions game? And I'm like, I know they're bad, but you realize that they still have like 40,000 season tickets sold every game and stuff. And
Yeah.
she like really thought they might be 5,000 people there.
Like
and
your-
even then, I'm like,
Pistons game when there was like 300 people.
Right,
Is she
Got a whole
neurotic about
section.
COVID?
she's still kind of weird about it.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean,
I got to
I'm
be
over
careful.
it,
I got
but
family members that are still
Yeah.
pretty neurotic about it.
I mean, I would, yeah, but it's just kind of funny because it was just like, I was like, what did you think was going to, how many people did you think were going to be? I mean, I know it's the Lions, but still.
Yeah, it's still going to be
There are gonna be-
60,000 people there.
For at least 10 minutes and then they'll leave.
Yeah,
or
they'll
whatever,
leave.
But
They'll leave. Boy, was that a disaster. I don't even
Didn't
want
watch
to.
it. Yeah.
I don't even want to address them as a team. Like
I
fuck
know.
them, whatever. I've gotten to the point where you and Jay got, where
I'll
it's
watch
like I'll watch it, but I watched half of it yesterday.
Oh, that's not even where I'm at. I don't even watch. But,
Yeah, but I was just
but
flipping
yeah.
back between my Niners
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the Lions game, and it was like this team is so bad. It's not watchable football.
Yeah, and I did not mean to bring up the Lions. I meant to bring up in that story, but I didn't mean to really bring up the Lions. All I'll say is, dude, I get it. This guy's new. Don't know. Maybe he'll be great. Who knows? It's a new regime, quote unquote. You hear one post game interview, and it's just every fucking coach you've ever heard.
Well, I got pissed.
You got to do better.
I
You
read
got to coach better.
I read a
don't coach
Deadspin
that
article.
stuff.
Right.
There was a Deadspin article out today talking about how this coach should be on the hot seat because Caldwell was there and he took the Lions to the playoffs 3 out of 4 years and they were blah 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 and then they fired the black guy and I was like, oh, God, here we fucking go again. They fired the black guy to bring in Patricia, which was a total shit show. Everyone agrees. But then they were acting like, and this guy's writing this like, and I do believe he was fired because he was black. I'm like, really?
Oh, boy.
No, the reason he was fired.
Yeah, they hired
were
him just so they could fire him.
They were a 11-win team or 12-win team in 15 or whatever it was.
I think they might maybe 10.
10
I think they got
probably.
No.
way they went until
They
11.
had more than that. I think they were 11-5.
No way.
Yeah.
I'll look at
Did
this
they
one.
get to
Look it up. I think they did, and they had a good team. They got bounced early in the playoffs, And then they regressed, and then they were a 10-win team, and then they were, or no, the next year they were 7-9, and then they were 9-7. And Caldwell was brought in specifically to change the culture and take it up, but it was going backwards. The locker room was fully on board with Caldwell. They loved him, but that regime at that time, they didn't fire him because he was black. They went from an 11-win team to a 7-win team to a 9-win team.
Oh, that sounds so good right
Eking
now.
into the playoffs.
Yeah,
7 wins
Shit, I
sounds
forgot
so
it.
good right now.
I forgot about it. Yeah,
Was it 11?
2014, they did do 11 and
Okay, I was
5.
thinking
forgot
about
about
10,
that.
but
I
yeah.
was so sure it was 10, but
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, at the time, though, the problem was at the time is that God, we don't want to do this.
No.
Can
We
we
don't.
move on?
We don't.
Can
We
we
can
move
move
on?
on.
All right, let's start
But
over. Hit the music.
Just
Let's-
the idea that it's like everything's about race. It's like, just stop it. He wasn't fired because he was black. Stop it. He was a great coach, but that team was ready to go to the next level. After an 11-win season, you think this is a team that can make a run. And when they regress that far and win half as many games, they finished that next year 7-1 in their final 8.
Yeah, you do
which
that.
bought them another year,
Yeah,
and then they
yeah.
went 9-7, and they moved on. I mean,
Although
that-
he's
that's
technically one of the winningest
coach.
coaches.
He might
Sure.
be the winningest coach.
Yeah, percentage-wise, I'm sure.
And I hated firing him. Personally, I was not on board. If you listen to this show, I did not want to fire Caldwell. I didn't think he was the problem. And I thought the team played for him.
If you can do it like the Pistons when they got rid of
Yeah.
Carlisle for Larry Brown.
Larry Brown,
right?
yeah.
If you're getting somebody in there that you know
Yeah.
can get it done, or that at least you really think so, but Patricia was rolling the dice. First time head coach, no history, no anything.
Oh, what a-
that was
Me and Mike, remember we
If
were
you
at
had
his first
somebody
game.
in mind lined up to
Were we?
come in, if Cower or somebody like that, Jimmy Johnson, somebody was going to come in with a pedigree and a resume
yeah.
that would come
Bill
in
Parcells.
to do something like that,
Yeah.
then sure, then you truck them for that. But to go in there with no real
With
plan,
a coordinator, how often does that work?
Yeah.
You know what's funny in sports is like...
Did
when
we
you-
go to Patricia's first
Yeah,
game?
the Monday night game. Remember they
The
scored...
who did they play?
New England, I think. Or no. Maybe not New England. No, not New England.
Wasn't it like a pick six?
But
or
they had a
something?
pick six to open
Oh,
the
the
game.
Jets.
We were up in the
We went to
suite.
Sam
We were-
Darnold's. It was
Yes.
Sam Darnold's rookie game.
Yes.
And the Lions scored with a
Pick
pick
six.
six right away, and then got beat like 50-7.
That was
Oh, yeah,
the only
yeah.
score of the game.
Yeah, and Sam Darnold looked like a world beater.
The thing about sports that's so funny to me, like, and maybe it's in other lives, but in sports we just notice it somewhere, is like when you fail, everything you notice later. Like everything, when you win, you can get away with being quirky. You can get away with it's like
Yeah.
Jim Caldwell. Do you remember like he wore 2 watches? He used
No.
To, yes, he used to wear 2 wristwatches. It's like,
I don't remember that at all.
yes.
Did he have a reason for it?
I don't
Was it
ever
like
remember.
East Coast, West Coast time kind of a thing.
I don't ever remember hearing one, but
All right.
That's funny. Anyway, let's move on past
Yes,
the Lions.
please.
And, I hope everyone had a good weekend. I'm assuming you went trick or treating.
well, I wore my tradition. If one of these teams ever freaking starts winning, I wore my traditional paper bag head costume. What's up, CC?
I love that picture of the guy on the internet. This is not a costume. He's a Lions fan wearing a bag over his head.
See, look at here we go. This mother. Two. Ah, shit. Fucking, come on here. Here, I'll just pull it out like this because it's being annoying right now.
What are you trying to show me?
2 watches, I
These 2
believe.
wristwatches, dude.
Oh,
it's so
oh, oh.
obnoxious.
We're past that, E.
I know, but I want to see it anyway.
Stop
Look at
dragging
that.
us back down.
Look at
Yeah.
that. 2
yeah.
wristwatches.
They're probably baller watches too. He's probably got
Maybe they are.
$50,000 on his wrist.
Maybe they are.
I'm surprised I never noticed that, to be honest with you. Looking at
Yeah,
that picture
I-
right there,
I'm
I would think
surprised
that
too.
would jump
they
off
used
the
to
screen.
hammer him on Valenti for this shit. Because, I mean, again, once you become that dude, then everything's funny.
Yeah.
You know, this dude with the kneecaps and shit.
Yeah.
You know, once he blows, then it's... Flush the
Hey,
kneecaps.
remember when we were growing up, you'd get all those stories about, oh, your candy. And I think in our childhood is when they started
Maybe. I'm gonna,
having kids bring their candy to the police station.
inspect it.
Yeah, they'd X-ray it.
razor blades, I think, was like the big deal.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
ever actually hearing that happened.
I've often wondered that, and I think we've been told that too, that was like mostly a hoax.
Yeah.
That didn't
It was
really happen.
somewhere, sometime, but
And I have my questions about this. Apparently it happened in Ohio.
okay.
There's a Kit Kat, and if you look at the picture there, T, you
Oh.
can see that someone has put a sewing needle into a Kit Kat.
That's just malicious.
Yeah.
You can see that.
I don't know if I don't know
Is
if I
that somebody
buy it.
is that somebody doing that for a little? Oh my God! Look what happened to my kid. Give me my 10 minutes of fame.
Maybe.
These days, you never know, dude.
here's my
Photoshop.
here's
Everyone's
my
got
GoFundMe.
Photoshop. Right.
By the way, if a kid bit into that, he's gonna hit the metal rod and just be like, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody goes.
You're not gonna swallow that.
No. See, now with a Kit Kat, you'd have there's you could either go sideways. How do you eat your Kit Kat? If you got a 2-piece Halloween Kit Kat like that, do you snap it in half?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
is it a 4-biter?
What am I? What are you? A monster? Do you not eat it that way?
I don't know. I just bite it. It's a 4-biter. Well, probably a 2-biter, but
What? You eat it like a regular candy bar? You don't break the pieces up?
no, I don't.
Holy shit! You're worse than I thought. You're
Why
a
would
monster.
why would I get in there and get all chocolate all over my hands? Why would I bother snapping it in half?
Why are you a messy eater? I don't know. That seems. It's there to be snapped.
Is it though?
Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Anyway, okay, so you're a sheep. That's fine. We've established that. I go against the grain. I just eat it right down the middle.
Oh God. I hate
But yeah,
people
you'd bite
like
into
you.
that. But to say, if you were going to stash into there, you'd have to assess how somebody was going to eat a Kit Kat bar. So they were going on your premise that you were going to snap it.
Yeah, that's why they put it in one side. And if you were going to do that, why would you leave a little knob sticking out? Wouldn't you drive it all the way in
Yeah.
so that it's not sticking out of the wrapper?
Pull that wrapper taut so that
Yeah.
it sucks back in there so it wouldn't
Stick it
come
right back in
out.
there.
Yeah, no doubt.
So this is apparently an observant child in Ohio made this discovery in their Halloween candy while trick-or-treating over the weekend. Cece, can you just lay down? I probably should have taken her potty before we
That
started.
would have been a good
Oh,
idea.
you didn't? I
No.
just assumed that would be obviously
should be
number one
standard
dad
procedure.
material.
Yeah, I'm a shitty father. What am I going to say?
Luckily, your kid can't actually talk back to you technically
Well,
in human terms.
Sounds like it.
Well,
Everybody's listening right now. Hey, come by and let the dog out.
Come
will
by.
you?
Yeah, let the dog out. We need some help over here. We're a little tied up. Anyway, the candy was distributed in Fostoria, which is about 40 miles south of Toledo.
Okay. Not to be confused with Vistula.
Where's Vistula?
It's over by the glory
Oh,
hole.
the glory hole. That's right. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, of all places on earth, it seems like 40 miles south of Toledo, maybe you'd find something like that. They're aware of 2 pieces of candy being involved. We take this seriously and are appalled that anyone would be so demented as to want to hurt children in our community. Both pieces were tampered with a sewing needle. While the child reported this to the police, they received it while trick-or-treating in the area of North Union, Summit, and Rock Street. You would think that'd be really easy to pinpoint. If you're like, I was on Union Street, Rock Street, and Johnson Street.
Yeah.
You'd go up and down those, and you'd find out who
was
was
giving
giving
out
out
the Kit Kat.
Kats. And you'd probably get 20 people
Yeah.
on those 3 streets.
You have to poll everybody to see, because it's not like the person that gave out the Kit Kat's going to go, yeah, I gave out Kit Kats. I gave out the ones with the needles in it.
Yeah.
You'd have to poll the kids, because if you're good, you remember who gave you what.
Yeah. It
But
seems
just a
like-
regular Kit Kat like that, that's not going to stand out to anybody.
Is that a good candy to go with if you're going to tamper with it? Are there other candies that would be so...
Depends on what you're going to put
Kit
into
Kat's
it.
pretty good.
See, I mean, if you're going to go to sewing needle, a Kit Kat's
well,
probably a
you
good
know,
way
under
to
the
get
premise
in there.
that this is real,
Yeah.
why? That's why you could see it would be fake. Why would they do it and have the thing out? Why wouldn't they be smart enough to throw it in and not have it be visible through the, the case?
Yeah, yeah.
That
And-
seems rather sloppy for the
Right. So,
malfeasance.
and was this targeted? Was this kid an asshole that somebody did it? Because it's not like anybody else reported it. So 2 Kit Kats out of the entire Halloween
Yeah.
situation
Is
were
this just
tampered
a-
with.
Because the obvious would be, by the way, a larger bar. Hand out king size bars and throw them all in there. They'd fit fine.
Yeah, but everybody remembers the house that gave the king size.
Exactly right.
Yeah,
you know.
And it's a little more expensive.
Well,
Yeah.
Somehow I don't associate the person sticking needles into Kit Kat having fuck you money.
Yeah.
Having
Do you-
full size Snicker bar money.
right.
Do you think this is more likely a ploy to ramp up parents to take your candy to the police station to get it x-rayed? Or is this I don't know what this... I don't believe it. Okay, I'm just going to go on record and say I don't believe this story.
I'm definitely
I
a
don't
bit
believe it.
skeptical. I have questions.
I would look into the parent of the child who's looking for a buck out of Kit Kat or
Something, yeah.
headlines. I'd want to know more about them because I just don't. It seems like it'd be too easy to get caught if you're sticking razor blades or shit like that in candy. Like you'd be, as soon as they started looking at people, you'd go, yeah, that family didn't do this. And then you get to the weird guy on the block and it'd be like,
Like I said, but did only 2? And this kid just happened to see it? Did people eat it and just not know it? Are there some in Kit Kats that nobody's gotten to yet?
I don't know. They said,
So many questions.
they said they've gotten two pieces. So I don't know if it was the same
Out of the same
same
bag,
kid. That would be even worse.
right? That's what I'm saying.
He'd have won
It
the
came
lotto
out of
if
two
he got
separate
both.
bags, right?
Yeah.
That's why I wonder if it's targeted. This
Well,
was a calculated hit.
If
against this
anyone
guy.
listening knows anything, they urge you to call the local
we're
authorities.
big as the
there
nickel
in
down there.
Fostoria.
Yeah.
419-435-8573. We need to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
See who's targeting the children.
Well, it's a shame. Would you eat the other half?
Probably. Probably.
Oh, this one's got it, but
Because
yeah,
that's a good
the other
one.
half
You
there.
hit the house that gives you Kit Kat bars.
Yeah.
That's quality.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
You know.
One of the better ones you can get for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of interesting over the weekend. Some of the trending stories. Poopy pants Biden. Shitgate.
I heard about it, but I have not seen. Is there any
I don't
video at
believe it.
all?
I don't know. It's just I mean,
Okay.
It's a rumor.
right.
There's absolutely no substance.
Look, there's I don't know. Having said I won't put anything past them, but
Yeah.
I don't know that I believe it. But
Well, these rumors have gone on with politicians forever. There was the famous rumor that Hillary shit her pants at one point.
yeah.
That was debunked. There's the famous picture of Donald Trump on the golf course.
Yep.
That is a fake photo. That was an AP photo taken by David something. I can't remember, but the actual photo, he doesn't have that stain.
Photoshop.
But I still have liberal friends send me that. Like, the fucking guy shit his pants. It's like,
Of course he did.
yeah, that's so easily debunked. That picture of Trump. It's a good edit job. It looks like he shit his pants. Absolutely. But the story came out in like a
Well, the thing about
like
that
a
photo-
fake news thing, and like a what Babylon Bee or one of those, The Onion, one of those, and it was like after eating buckets of chili, and like that should be your tip off. Like as if the president is sitting down eating buckets of chili and hot dogs and cheese and coffee. He had an accident on the fifth hole. You're like, okay, sure.
Well, I would say too, and no matter what people can think about Donald Trump, for example, like as if he's just going to walk around, a
Shit-filled
9-hole,
pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
with literally
Finish the round.
to the point where there's brown leaking out of his hands. Like he's just like, yep, gonna like. Does that dude, the egomaniac, you think
Yeah.
he would be walking around just like, yep, whatever?
Well, I will say it does happen. I remember being at a Lions practice once, and
Oh yeah, I mean, in those
and
things.
and Russell, he came to the side. He said, "Walters, check it out, man. Check out our fucking linebackers, coach." And coach is intense. He's in the middle of the field, blah blah blah. He's like, "Wait till he turns around. Look at his fucking." And they're all wearing sweatpants, gray Lion sweatpants. And he had the biggest shit stain coming through the fucking back of his pants.
Is that just a really wet fart?
I
that
don't know
flows through
what it
that?
is.
What happens there?
A timeout is what should happen there, and you go to the
would hope
locker
so.
room and
I would-
change. But so it's not out of the realm of possibility that someone would just be so focused on what they're doing that they're going to just finish up the practice.
But that's a practice, kind of off, not public welcome. Donald Trump walking a course of 18 holes.
Well, that's what I'm questioning. In that situation, do you know that you shat yourself, or is it
Oh,
just you?
it's
well,
impossible to not know.
Is it just a wet fart that you just? Ooh, that was going to be messy later, and you don't realize that it actually went all the way through.
If it breaks through your underwear, gets to your pants, and then seeps through,
Yeah.
there's no way.
That's true.
You've got some experience in this field.
Right.
I mean, right?
I'm guessing yours are a little more solid.
Not always.
I've never done it in that sense. The reality is, even with all the shit pants stories, I've never actually did it where I didn't know. So I guess that'd be the answer.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I've never just walked around and then got home that day and been like, oh damn,
Where'd that come
where
from?
did that come from?
So I love this. I went to Snopes, which is a comical site at this point.
Yeah.
Snopes is just a joke. But so former Vice President Joe Biden met with Pope Frank, amidst the G20 summit in Rome, sparked off rumors of a bathroom accident, which led to Poopy Pants Biden trending all weekend. Former Vice President Biden met the Pope on October 29th. After the POTUS's official visit to the Vatican, word got out that the meeting was unprecedentedly long.
Presidentedly. Unprecedentedly. Yeah, shit. Man, I must
That's
have
a
did
tough word. E, how do you say that?
What?
Unprecedentedly?
Yes.
Unprecedented. I don't know.
Unprecedentedly.
Unprecedentedly
long. It was long.
I don't know.
Yeah. Because he had a bathroom incident. So the tweet set off the rumor mill spinning, It was by Amy Tarkanian, a
That
former
would be
Nevada-
unpresidential, by the way.
Yeah.
To
shit your pants in front of the Pope?
I would say
Yeah, I
that
would
would be
agree.
unpresidentially.
So Amy Tarkanian, former Nevada Republican Party chairwoman, tweeted out.
Jerry Tarkanian's daughter?
I don't think it is.
Why? Is he from UNLV?
Oh, I guess it could be.
Could be.
Yeah, that could be.
Hey.
Yeah, he was
Maybe.
definitely running rebels.
Yep.
The shark.
Yeah.
Biting on his towel. So she tweeted out, the word around Rome is that Biden's meeting with the Pope was unusually long because Biden had a bit of a bathroom accident at the Vatican and it had to be addressed prior to him leaving. Although these are unconfirmed reports. I don't know who's going to
Even that, by the way, I got to say.
who's going to come out and say, like, here's the underwear. Here's we can confirm it now. He did, in fact, shit his pants. Like, no one would ever do that. You're only going to, unless he comes out and goes, oh, I shit my pants. Like, you're only going to get unconfirmed reports. But if the rumor there, and I don't know why the former, or the chairwoman, I mean, she's Republican, but former Nevada Republican chairwoman would just, out of the blue, say something like that. I mean, maybe.
I would say, to be honest, even if it was on this one, like, there is so much to make fun of the dude that,
Sure.
you know, for one, we all have been in situations where all of a sudden you got to freaking go. You know what I mean? Or something. So
Yeah.
to me, no, I know, I get it with him, but like to me, that, and then so for this lady, you're like, why would she do this? I just think there's so much you could make fun of him for and tweet out about his.
yeah.
I mean, possibly, for sure, not even, like I said, knowing where he is, that I would let anything go. Like this just seems too.
Is it worthy
I
of
don't know.
press if the rumor mill around Rome
No,
is that
I
he
don't
shit
think
his
it
pants
is.
at the
I don't think it
Vatican?
is. Well, I mean,
You don't think it's newsworthy?
Okay.
Only if it's
I think
any
it is.
validity
It's
to it.
It's newsworthy in the sense that it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But it's newsworthy.
Yes.
But it would be newsworthy. But it'd be newsworthy if it was anybody.
Would it be newsworthy if he farted really loud at the Vatican?
See,
See, to me, yes.
Well, okay, but
Troy,
I'm saying-
wouldn't you want to know it? Wouldn't you want to know if cameras
you're-
caught this?
I would want to know who would
if
let
you're
it go.
saying, if you're asking, is it newsworthy because of the fact that he's possibly senile and he's an old man? I'm just saying, I think that we all have such situations like this. So literally, if there was any politician, dude, I don't care if he's a 20-year-old on the Senate floor. Yes, that'd be newsworthy if that dude shit his pants on a Senate floor.
Oh, you shit your pants in New York, and it was newsworthy enough to land on our show.
I know. I guess what I'm meaning is that I don't think this is newsworthy in the sense of like this isn't. There's so much you can make fun of Biden about that. This is just this happens to adults.
Pile it on. Throw it on the list.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm.
I'd
kinda
like to have
getting at.
some sort
Plus,
of
I don't even
proof
believe it. So
before we get too deep into it. But it's not a good look if it did happen.
Here's the problem I have with this, though. I think there are a lot of people who are saying, okay, he went into the Vatican wearing a blue suit.
Okay.
He left the Vatican wearing a black suit.
okay, well, that is interesting.
Is that to me, like, who goes to the Vatican and changes their outfit?
Yeah.
Okay?
Wow.
Unconfirmed reports that it
12-year-old
I was
lasted
going to say probably a lot of.
a lot of kids. Right. But what president goes into the Vatican and has a change of clothes? Now, is that totally true? I don't know. I don't know what to believe in the media anymore. But what I could tell, he entered in a blue suit and left in a black suit.
Okay.
So that's a little.
That's at
But
least
see,
some. It
that's a-
doesn't prove that
that's
he shit
something.
himself,
But
but
even
there is
that,
something to
you're
that.
a president. Again, to me, if he had an issue in the bathroom, messed up his boxers a little, I don't know. That happens to people.
It sounds like he had an
sometimes.
accident in the Vatican and then went to the bathroom, and that's why it took so long
Now,
to clean up the mess and whatever else was going on. If he just made it to the bathroom, he had explosive shits in the bathroom. Who cares?
What would be noteworthy to me is if the said shit stains were there while he was talking to the Pope.
Right.
Yeah,
That's what
trying to
that
play
would
it
be
off, the Pope's just going,
newsworthy.
Does anyone else? Anyone else? He was sitting on that beautiful all white cloth chair, sitting facing from me to you, Troy, from the Pope on this beautiful white upholstered chair, and everyone's like, everyone's just like, has it happened yet? Did he ruin that fucking?
I would say on this end, for the Pope, think about this. Think about the last two presidents he's met. This is the Pope.
Yeah.
The leader of the Catholic Church.
and the coolest Pope to date.
That's true. Bouncer, former
Frank,
bouncer.
yeah,
and
former
whatnot.
bouncer.
But like
Yeah.
Donald Trump. I mean, imagine how that conversation went. And then this guy probably staring off at the distance, losing where he was every 5 minutes. But Donald Trump too. Like, imagine being the Pope and you're talking to Donald Trump. He's just like, so how was it going, like, Pope? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't give a fuck about you. Donald Trump ain't asking no questions. He's just sitting there. Have you read my book, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very religious, though.
Oh yes, 2 Corinthians. Dude, can I say this?
Corinthians.
Can I say this?
It's just the greatest.
I don't know if we haven't talked about it on this thing yet. But, I did a few weddings in the fall. Like I officiated a few weddings, and one of them was for a listener, believe it or not. And the only reason I bring this up is they had a reading, and the reading was I had to do a reading, and it came from Corinthians, and I don't remember if it was 2 or not. But every time I practiced it, and every
start
time
laughing.
I couldn't help it.
Yeah.
When I hear Corinthians, I just hear 2 Corinthians.
Oh, that's what it is now.
Right.
They should change the actual Bible.
And I wish
it's
I
not
could
Second Corinthians. It's 2 Corinthians.
Yeah, and I wish I could remember. I'm going to look it up when I get home because I have it on my little sheet. I'm going to see because I think it even was.
Perfect.
But even if it wasn't, it was definitely from Corinthians. And all I
Dude,
could
if
think
you're
about
using
was
2
that.
Corinthians in your speech, you're doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
Right?
all
There's
I
no
could
one.
think
I don't.
about.
I don't know what 2 Corinthians says, but if you're using it, it's for that
We're going to
purpose.
start using it, making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. It was just anyway. It was something like I thought and that's what you just practice. You practice, and every time I didn't read it one time when I didn't think of Donald Trump. Going 2 Corinthians.
It's ruined everything. Ruined the Bible.
So again, Amy's tweet said the word around Rome is that Biden's meeting with the Pope was unusually long because Biden had a bit of a bathroom accident at the Vatican, and it had to be addressed prior to him leaving. I know we joke often about this, but this is an actual rumor going around Rome right now.
I know we joke often. Does that mean they joke
About
often?
people shitting their pants.
Oh, okay.
you
I didn't know if it
or
was like a
old
regular.
people shitting their pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do that.
So what I didn't like about this is they do an actual Snopes investigation on this. The claim U.S. President Joe Biden shit his pants during a meeting with Pope Francis in Rome. They said pooped. I don't like that word. False is the claim. This did not
Absolutely
happen.
not true.
According
Snopes
to
confirmed that this is not true.
This is false. Not unknown.
Yeah.
Not
Unconfirmed.
unlikely, but no, confirmed false. And their reasoning that it's false, right? Not unconfirmed. There's no way for us to know.
Yeah.
It's not like Jen Psaki held up his shitty underwear to show the world or his clean underwear to show the world. No, they say, because she says at the end of her, I know we joke often about this, but this is an actual rumor going around Rome right now. So for them to confirm this as a false story, an actual rumor is not a fact.
An actual rumor is not a fact.
Yeah, so the fact that she said, this is an actual rumor going around Rome right now.
Yeah.
They said, an actual rumor is not a fact. So this claim is false. Okay.
But it's not disproven in any way other than the fact that it was called a rumor.
The rumor appears to have been started, at least popularized by this chairwoman. An actual rumor is not a fact. That's the basis for their claim that this is false.
Okay.
I don't care either way. It's just...
It's comical.
It's just
that you can
comical, like-
put it as false or unconfirmed,
undetermined.
Jury's still out.
Jury's still out.
We're still putting pieces together to figure this out.
If anyone has any evidence, we'd love to see it. If anyone can get a hold of those depends. There is a video. There was shit tons of memes. It was the #1 trending thing over the weekend, and there's one I was laughing at. I don't know why, but some of these memes, like him and the Pope sitting there having a conversation, like what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Pope's asking him if he shit his pants or something. And then there's one, like he's in the press, he's walking away, and someone's like, Mr. President, is it true you shit your diapers? He's like, yes, it is. So they got him saying, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I mean,
and they were
anybody.
like, did you shit your diapers a lot or a little? And he says, a lot. And he keeps on. So whatever he was answering on this those were the answers he actually gave. But they put echo on their voice like they were in the Vatican room with him.
Yeah.
The big echo in the largesse of the room. It's pretty fucking funny.
Sounds like a fact to me.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'd like to
As
look
factual
more
as
into the
Trump.
suits. I don't know why you would change your suits at the
I think, like I said, things
if
happen. I'm
that's
sure
true, I don't
presidents
know.
have new suits. I mean, they spilled
Yeah.
something or whatever. I don't know.
Maybe.
or they shit their pants.
Look, and I'm just.
It's just it said
Why are
bathroom.
you so
It could
anti
have
the
been
story?
fixed.
I think he is very sensitive to
I think he
shitting
is.
your pants.
He's
stories.
team pant shitter.
I'm just.
He just knows what it's like on a personal level.
Right.
To be,
I feel attacked.
There you go. That's what it is. It's some. I always get this wrong. PTSD, PST, whatever.
post-traumatic stress.
Yeah, I got
disorder.
that going. So I'm standing with Biden on this one.
But you know what? you live in the comedy world, and that was comedy gold. It's
Thank
one of
God,
the greatest
no.
stories ever. So you should embrace this.
Oh, I'm just joking, dude. I don't fucking care. I mean,
Yeah.
it's yeah. I don't really give a shit.
And
Oh,
if you notice,
pun
we're
intended.
not confirming or unconfirming anything. We're
Snopes
just
did.
diving through the news. We didn't do what Snopes did. Snopes
yeah.
has as much knowledge about this story as we do.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
We all read the same tweet. We all saw the same memes trending #1 on Twitter over the weekend. And, okay, let's compile some facts. Let's see where we go. But the media, the Snopes of the world, are willing to just, oh, no, nothing to see here.
course not.
Absolutely nothing to see here. We've got proof. Rumors are not actually facts, okay? Okay, because that's what we all said.
Is that what classifications do they have? Is it literally just true or false? Do they have anything that's
Yeah, they do.
unconfirmed, unsubstantiated?
Yeah.
Wondering what their range is.
Depends if you're red or blue. Yeah.
Sure does.
Unfortunately,
I
as
don't know.
pathetic as that sounds, I don't know, but I have seen like unconfirmed or unknown origin,
Yeah.
stuff
Dude,
like
can
that.
we, by the way, I mean, this. I know we have an age limit for the president. Can we, honest to God, get a restriction on presidents? We need no more after this.
Term limits?
Well, no, just an age of how old you can be to be the president. I don't mind having you have to be a certain age, but we should have we don't need no 80-year-old.
Put a cap on
It's
it.
Running-
ageism, E. It's ageism. You can't do that.
Yeah,
I
it's
can,
illegal.
and I'm saying that we need
Hey,
to
there's
be
some
done
very
with
I
that.
agree.
sharp 90-year-olds out there.
There are.
But Biden isn't one of them.
No.
There-
And you
Not
have to
even close.
be prepared for an 8-year stint.
But
of
if
that
if
too.
the public votes them into office, I mean,
right.
it's a slippery slope. No offense to our Asian listeners.
I'm sure
It's-
it is. And you know what? Yes, Troy, you're right. There are there are people in their elder years that do sharp as a tack. But you know what? The presidency is not greeting at Walmart or playing, dominoes at your old folks' home. It's running the fucking country.
Yeah,
and
sure.
it's like, we should know going in. And you're right. We voted for him. And those idiots who did, why? I don't know.
Oh.
yeah.
Shots fired.
I don't take issue with that.
I
I'm gonna
agree.
let that slide.
Hey, I didn't
I'm gonna
vote
let
for
that
him.
slide. No, again, I'll stress this again. Nobody voted for Joe Biden. You hate voted. That's all you did. You hate
Right.
voted.
There-
My dad watches sports. I've talked about this
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
My dad watches Serena Williams in major tournaments just till she loses, and then he's happy as shit. He watches the Beard to watch him lose. He watches LeBron to watch
Right.
him lose. That's all he cares about.
Well, but you
so
could-
he's hate watching sports.
And you could-
people hate voted for Biden. That's all they did. Nobody voted for Biden. Biden's never been popular. He's run multiple times when he was mentally strong.
Well, a
and he
lot of
fucking
people hate
lost
voted
every
for,
time.
A lot of people hate voted for Trump too, especially his first time.
True.
I mean, for sure. I don't think there was I don't think a lot of people that voted for Trump were like, "This is the politician we need," per se.
No, the first time around, a lot of
you
it
think
was.
that you don't think that a lot of people hate voted for?
It was
Trump?
more of a statement against
Yeah, the
politicians
Molotov
in,
cocktail in the room.
in the swamp.
But
and
it
all
wasn't
that.
for Trump per se.
Yeah. I think Biden was. I don't think.
I think he
there's
was
a-
more.
No, I think in Biden's case, I don't think there was a single person, and I mean that. I don't think there was a single person who voted for Joe Biden. He stood for nothing.
Yeah.
He's been on the wrong side of history for his entire career. He's been a swamp creature for 60 fucking years. Nobody voted for him.
I would like to know that honestly.
He was hate voted into office. It's okay.
Yeah,
the public
yeah.
can do that.
Yeah.
But don't act like point to
That's
Joe.
my guy.
Point to Joe Biden's policies that you're all for. Go ahead. I'm
Yeah.
listening. I'll wait.
No, I actually wish I could know that. I wish that they would do that survey because I would be interested in that.
Who
But-
would be honest about it?
Yeah, no. I'm just saying in a world of
You don't need one.
hyperbole. I
I'm
guess
telling
as it were,
you.
but
I'm telling you, it's a fact.
it's definitely not a fact.
It's a fact.
Facts
It's a
are not.
fact.
What's that?
It's not a
tiered-
rumor. It's a fact.
It is
that-
not a fact. Some people thought he was good. I mean, there must be.
No, I don't
No.
think that person exists. An honest person.
You know that
For
tiered
what?
voting
Tell-
system they use where you like rank them?
That's what I'm for. By the way, I'm
you
for
see
that.
I forget what it's called, but you list everybody out there and you rank.
and you do their
well,
top
yeah.
three or whatever.
Yeah,
it
and then
is,
they take the top 3 out of all of them and they calculate it out and they do all this stuff. And,
I'm for that.
yeah.
I know it's not. I don't
Seems
know
like
the
kind of a
perfect
pain
way
in
to
the
do.
ass,
Yeah,
but-
I don't know the perfect way to do it. I haven't looked into all the exact.
But it opens it up to more than just a
Two-party
system.
Right,
I like
exactly.
that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where it is. The new poll proving too.
Oh, I know he's very unliked, right? Very, very unliked
Yeah,
right now. I know
NBC did a poll. Not to stick on this cat for too long, but it's just comical. He is running the free world. Ish. A new NBC poll shows that a whopping 71% of Americans believe the U.S. is on the wrong track, a number that does not bode well. According to Chuck Todd at NBC, as liberal a guy as you can get on NBC, just 22% of adults say we're headed in the right direction. A shocking 71% say we're on the wrong track. And that includes a near majority of Democrats who are saying that. Scary news for Democrats, he said. The number of Americans who think the country's on the right track has declined 14% since April, 7% since August. Many who changed their minds are Democrats. Back in April, a sizable majority, 64% of Democrats believe the country was headed in the right direction. Now only 41% think so.
What do you got to do to turn that around? Economy. What do you think's the first trigger on that? Get out of COVID. Man, we're not getting out of COVID anytime soon.
No. But he acted like he was. I mean, it was hilarious when he was acting like he was going to come in there and end it. Different strategy.
Just shut it down.
For those people that actually read his plan for COVID and Trump's plan, and I read both of those boring ass plans, they were identical. There was literally no difference in either of their plans.
There's only so many things you can do.
Yeah.
Actually, Trump's included creating a vaccine.
Well,
I mean, his didn't even include that because it was already there.
No.
The same vaccine that Kamala Harris said she wouldn't take.
Yep, of course she did. They all kind of said that as if Donald Trump was in the basement of the White House mixing chemicals. Fuck out of here.
I put this on Facebook one time. You know what's so funny, dude? I had a comic friend. I always talk about these infamous comic friends in Michigan that then defriended me in the end because of this, by the way, even though... And I put
they defriended you?
Defriended me because of this. I did a post. I was listening to some NPR because I am not a fucking just right-wing nut job. I listen to a lot of NPR too, which is very left, which makes no sense because it's public radio. It should be both, but whatever. Yeah. Anyway, I was listening to
it's astute of you to pick up on
right, ridiculous.
National
but I was listening to a
radio.
story about immigration, and they mentioned the coyote several times, right? So I went to my Facebook and I'm like, look, I'm not saying I support either of these people, but when Donald Trump said coyote in the debate. It was next day. He thinks they're coming over on coyotes, and they
that
just
was funny
biggest dumb motherfucker on the planet. And it was racist for even saying the word coyote.
Yeah.
Right. And now I'm like, I'm just throwing this out there. NPR is using this as a way to describe what these are. Anyone think that's a little? And I had this one, like I said, left wing. You know what? I've held my tongue long enough. You pretend you're down the middle, but I've seen enough of your posts to know that you're and it's like, no, I'm just pointing out a very thing that it's like. So anyway, it goes to the vaccine too. They were all sitting there. I'm gonna have a vaccine done by.
I saw people on the right shitting on you like crazy when you were telling people just to mask up.
Right. So
it does go both ways.
I just
it's
wish
way worse on the left, but. The right is far from perfect. Either.
Oh, no, but it's like, that's my point, though. This person's like, I've seen you enough to so that you're right wing. I'm like, dude, literally, and I've said this before, but the people I know that are far right think I'm a millennial libtard, and the people I know on the left think I'm a fucking Trumper.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm neither of those at all. Like,
they think,
sorry that I looked down the middle. My bad.
When Kamala would change the way she said it to make it not sound like coyote, because now
Coyote or Quixote. Yeah.
With a Quixote. To make it not sound like she was saying coyote, because they all shit on him when he said it. They would come on Quixotes.
Yeah, Quixotes. Shut up, bitch. So the overarching message of the poll is that Americans have lost their confidence in President Biden and their optimism for the country, at least they have for now. His job approval rating has continued to sink. His approval rating is now down to a dismal 42%, with 54% disapproving of the job he's currently doing. The NBC poll also documented several other data points that might help explain his poor numbers, including Americans' opinion on whether Biden is able to handle a crisis. Only 37% said Biden would have the ability to handle a crisis. 47% said he does not. Similarly, 37% say Biden is competent and effective. 50%, half of Americans say he's not. Who are these moronic 37%?
I don't...
Think Joe Biden would be... In his prime, Joe Biden wasn't competent enough to handle a crisis.
To just really have that razor sharp instinct.
Yeah, that's what
you really got to make that decision.
Yeah.
You really trust that guy to go, or say the right thing. Maybe think and mean something and say the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Do pull. Oh shit. Hang on, I gotta go.
Remember China the other, like a week ago or whatever it was. He was giving some speech about our, enemies, and he couldn't even remember that China was a fucking country. So he's gonna know how to attack.
He's the guy you want. Sharpest
Right.
attack.
Right.
You need him on the front lines.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's the Afghanistan withdrawal, the border crisis,
The border crisis.
border
What
is
has he ever talked? He doesn't even talk about
He's
it.
never even been there.
No.
That's why he put it off on Kamala.
She's
Yeah,
the border
she's never
czar.
been there.
She's the border czar.
border czar. She's never been there.
I remember, I loved her response the one time. She goes, I've never been to there. Will you go to the border? And he's like, well, I've never been to Europe. I don't need to go to Europe to know what it looks like. I'm like, what?
But wasn't Biden?
Yeah, but you need to go there and
No,
talk to the
this-
people that are handling the crisis so they can fill you in on what's going on. You total
Yeah,
fucking
we're
moron.
not talking about going on vacations, by the way. We're
Yeah.
talking about you're a public elected official.
He
and there's a
handpicked her to
situation.
handle the border crisis. She was just like, no.
Well, he was under Obama as VP. That fell under
Did it?
his lap. Yeah, he had
Ukraine,
that title
China,
and the
the
border
border.
and all that.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever been there. I think he drove through
He knows how bad it
Border
sucks.
Town
Was
once
like, "All
20 years ago."
This one's yours, lady. You can
Yeah,
deal with this shit.
You
show."
deal with this shit. I didn't want to deal with it 20 years ago. I don't want to deal with
And
it
you could
now.
ask that, like, I'm granted the VP. You know, the reality is some of this political stuff, you really look back 20 years, no one has fucking cared about what the VP was doing. So some of this, I think, is more of a, you know, a microcosm of what's happening with all of us or whatever.
Yeah, but usually the VP
But-
shuts the fuck up. They don't get involved in cultural debates
no,
constantly.
totally, I get
so
that.
opens you up for being a prime target.
But it is
when
funny.
you're blasting everybody and saying Quixote and shit. Like, stop it.
Well, and then she wouldn't
Stop
take the
it.
vaccine. I mean, look, I know I have to hammer that, but she
I mean,
literally
she
said I
called
wouldn't take one.
She called Joe Biden a fucking sex predator.
Right.
And
In
possible
the debates.
rapist.
In the debates.
In the debate. It was the debate.
That's
does that
okay.
matter?
So you didn't mean it or you did?
You didn't or you did.
But the point
Yeah.
is, she's another person. We haven't heard nothing from. What is she doing?
They shut her down after that crazy, awkward laugh, creepy
Oh, yeah.
response she has. I mean,
Yes. What was that about? I forgot that was in reference to, but
over and over it happened. They were like, "All right, you're just off."
there was
You're
one.
done."
It seemed like it was. Yeah, but you're right. It was about other things too.
So, lastly, on this, Republicans lead by double digits when it comes to which party would do a better job on a slew of issues, including border security. I think we could all agree with that. Let's see, inflation, crime,
What
national
inflation?
security.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I spent $54
Did
on
you
a
like
tank of
our-
fucking gas today.
Did you
I
like-
was spending in California $23 to fill that
Right,
tank.
right. Did you like it? I forget where I read this one article. It told us basically just, hey, stop expecting more. Just be happy.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, I didn't realize I was supposed
Lower
to go-
your expectations.
Right. That's what it said. That's
Yeah,
what it ended
yeah.
up saying. It's like, wow, I didn't realize I
Hey,
was supposed to go to
hey,
Rite Aid
pigs.
and not expect a grape Gatorade or something. Like,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, no.
Fuck me.
They're telling you that, and they're acting like you pig, you fucking greedy American. Do you really need to buy your kids a bunch of Christmas toys this year?
I'd like to.
Like,
That'd be nice.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Kind of set the
All of a
precedent
sudden, now
already.
it's just like, how dare you?
Yeah, how dare you? Yeah,
I mean,
you
it'd be one
arrogant
thing if you're
fucking
coming out and saying,
spoiled pigs.
dude, if you came out with a message of like, hey guys, we get it. You know, you just having said it, the whole world went through a pandemic. You know, even if you lie, but I'm just saying, if you at least came out and said it, like, hey, we hear you, but we all just maybe need to, you know, tend up the hatches a little bit. It's been a rough 2 years. It'd be a lie, but you know, whatever.
Pipe down.
But they're just flat out saying it. They're just like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
Yeah,
Stop being
greedy.
selfish, asshole.
Yeah. And by the way, the czar for that, Pete Buttigieg, is busy breastfeeding his newly adopted fucking twins with his husband, so he can't be bothered. He's on what 6-month paternity leave, which totally makes sense because I bet his husband worked really hard shitting those kids out. So
Oh, did you just assume he was the husband?
I think
Are they-
I don't know.
Are they
which
both
one's-
husbands? Didn't we have
think
this
so.
the other day where they
By the
were
way,
both
breastfeeding,
brides?
isn't it human feeding or I don't know.
I don't know.
something,
Birthing
or
person?
Birthing person.
Yeah,
and-
well, neither of them were the birthing person or the titty feeder. So that I can say for sure. What they're doing at home with fucking infants for 4 months together, 6 months together.
Can you mix? If
While
you got
the-
two
while the-
dudes, can you like mix up a nut cocktail and then use that for insemination so they're like both the dad, or can
No,
you only
I don't
use
think
one?
so.
Does that
You know
work?
what's funny?
Can you mix a load, or does it?
I don't know how that
spoil.
Yeah.
I'm going to say no.
Is it curdle?
I don't know if it curdles, but I don't think that's a thing.
No?
Like if you have a threesome, you're not. Both those dudes aren't going to be like.
Yeah.
Come
Well,
on,
I meant in that
half looking
situation.
like
If you're
you.
both going to have that way, you I don't know. Well, just a question.
You know, the
I
thing
wonder,
is, like,
I
when
wonder
you're-
weird things sometimes.
Yeah,
when you're talking about this,
that's one of them.
for some reason it shot me. Did you ever? I don't know if you ever. Did you ever get into Aziz Ansari's like show? What is it? On Netflix.
Stand up or a
No,
show?
no, the actual show he had.
no.
It was pretty
Oh,
good.
like Master of None.
Master of None.
Hey.
It was pretty good. the first like 3 seasons I think it had was pretty good. And if you remember, he went out with the big sexual assault scandal that he
Yeah,
had. And,
total bullshit.
Yeah, but it was like Me Too. And he finally came out with a new season. It was like, I think it's 4 or 3. I don't remember exactly how many seasons he's done. I tried to watch it, and it's so bad. And it's like the whole season is about like this lesbian couple that's like trying to adopt a kid, and they go through fights, and Z is just kind of a weird, poor friend of theirs that it's like he's barely in it.
Yeah.
And it's like this other like
What is the premise of Master of None?
Master of None was supposed to be about a dude that was kind of trying to be in the entertainment world, like a comic or something, and he was going
Didn't
through
watch
the New
much
York
of it.
lifestyle. I loved it. I loved the first.
Yeah,
one or
I
few
never saw it.
seasons.
I've seen it on. Is it Netflix?
Yeah, but
I've seen the Master of None.
It's probably part of the apology tour.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
We'll
My
let you
main-
come back and do a show on these conditions.
That was
Well, he did
You're
a
not in
stand-up.
it, and no, yeah, he's got.
He did a special where he
And he
addressed.
kinda came back, yeah.
Yeah.
That was my point, though, Troy. Like you just mentioned him and the gay couple there, you know. And when I watched that, I didn't even finish the season in the end, and I loved that show.
Yeah.
And it just felt like that. It felt like, dude, he had a problem, and so he's gonna do the most super woke season he could
Right.
possibly do.
Yep.
He's almost barely in it.
Let me
There's
back
a
in.
lesbian couple. They're bashing America a few times in
Oh,
it, of
yeah,
course.
of
course.
So it's
course.
like someone just told him you could get another season.
Yeah.
But there's some
Yeah.
restrictions.
We got some. You got to talk to the community. We have some demands.
Because it just felt like so non-organic,
Yeah.
not where he would have planned on like
Right.
that
And
season.
not where the
going.
show left off.
No, it made no sense. I remember the first few episodes. I'm like,
Is it just super woke?
yes and no. Like
off-brand.
It just I watched that show. Like literally, once I heard there was the next season, I'm like, holy shit! I thought with all those allegations there wouldn't be one. I was excited. Like I loved it, and I was like, I never even finished it because I was just like, dude,
Yeah.
what is? And like I said, I was not kidding. The lesbian couple, and they're like bashing how they're going to teach their kid about how cops are bad or some
Yeah.
shit. And
I kind of feel like Curb's done that a little bit. The new Curb is a little extra woke.
it is.
It was good.
I liked it. So far. I didn't watch last night.
I
but
haven't either. I'm trying to remember what the.
he's got the Netflix show.
I thought it was
and-
dumb. The COVID hoarding, like that storyline seemed like it would have fit a year ago.
Yeah.
But now,
Yeah. Well, he
like
wasn't
the
doing a
whole-
show back then.
Yeah,
and
you
probably-
No,
couldn't
I
have had all
know,
those
but-
people together for a funeral if it was during COVID.
right? Yeah.
Oh, spoiler alert.
yeah. I haven't wa- I
it's
haven't
kind of a
watched
dumb premise, but it's still funny.
Yeah, no, Larry David to me makes everything funny. Maybe it's
Yeah.
always hard to keep
He's great.
going. At some point, you're
Sure.
gonna go down a little bit. In
Not The
quality.
Simpsons.
Well, exactly. I would agree that they haven't.
Do you think it's still strong, Simpsons?
I'm not gonna get too much into this, but here I recently
I haven't watched an episode
Okay.
in 5 years.
I recently have gone through, like, especially during COVID, I went through them all because I got Disney Plus again. And I'll just give you my very short synopsis. 1 through 12 is the ones that everyone thinks that's the glory years. Good shit. 12 through 14, they go to about 5 seasons from 15 to 20 that are very questionable to me. And then, honest to God, I've been telling people, and they don't believe me, but 22 to 30, I fucking love again.
Yeah.
And I'm watching, 22 to 30, in my opinion, they're different. It's different than the original series. They
They get
changed.
some new writers or something?
Well, they
What
just,
happened?
you know,
what do they do
updated-
with Apu, by the way? They just write him out of the
Yeah,
show.
I don't know what's going on with that Apu
Hilarious.
exactly, but
Is
anyway,
he just gone?
I don't exactly. You know, I watch
him.
I know, but I can't fully remember every episode. They're not.
Is Apu in it or is he gone? They dusted
He's in
him
the
as far as
show,
I'm-
I think.
Is it just a
I
new
thought
voice?
he wasn't in the show.
I think, or maybe just Hank's not doing the.
No, I think
voice
just Hank's
now.
not doing the voice. I think.
They just got an actual Indian guy to do the Indian voice because
Okay,
that's way better.
ridiculous.
As far as I know, he's in the show. I could be, even though I watch every episode, I'm stupid like that. My memory's weird. Like my long-term memories are great. My short-term memory's always been weird about that shit. So as far as I know, he's in it. I think they're still funny, though, is my point. I know a lot of people don't, and I get
Yeah.
fucking hammered
all
on
right.
it all the time. I think they're still good.
Hey, if you like it, man, that's all that matters.
That's all I give a
I
fuck
still
about.
think Family Guy's funny.
Yeah, I don't watch it
fa-
anymore, but it's not for that reason. I just, whatever, and not in my wheelhouse.
I don't watch it all that often, but
Yeah.
when I do, I'll get on a run and be like, oh,
Now,
God,
Bob's
my
Burgers, that's
DVR
fucking
picked up
genius.
5 episodes. I'll watch 3 of them, you know, and I haven't been disappointed.
Yeah.
They're still out there. South Park's still great,
Yeah, right.
you know.
I've never, you know what's so funny? We've always disagreed. I've just never gotten into South Park for whatever. I respect them so much. I respect the fact that they've
Wow.
always been themselves. I respect that they go hard. I respect almost everything about that show.
Except the show.
Except I just never cared for it that much. And I've tried.
You never cared for Family Guy, really.
I liked it at the very beginning. He's
He's
for a
got his
long
Simpson
time.
loyalty.
Well, but Bob's
So did
Burgers
I. I
is
was
like
on
he was
Simpsons
cheap.
expert on the Drew Mike show. You
No,
know,
I've
I
moved
know
on to other
all
things.
those episodes.
Like I said, Bob's Burgers is fucking great to me right now. I think it's like absolute hysterical show.
Never watched it.
Yeah, it's good shit. If you start binge watching it, I bet you'll like it. But
Yeah, maybe.
Who's got time for that, E? COVID's over. Nobody's got time for
It
that
is?
shit.
Moving on a little bit, Southwest Airlines has announced they have launched an investigation into the pilot who announced "Let's Go Brandon" after landing the jet.
Oh.
It's an investigation.
What?
Really?
Well,
Is he-
I'm saying this falls under both things. There shouldn't be an investigation, but I'm saying, man, what is he thinking? This wasn't a hot mic, right? I've watched this. He said this. In
Do
the
you have the
announcement.
video of that?
Is
It
there
sounds like to me
actual-
like it's in the announcements. To me,
Yeah, I think it was.
unless he thought he took.
I
his
don't
finger
know
off
if
the
this
button.
is real. I don't know.
Unless he thought he took the finger off the button or something. You know
No,
what I mean?
why would you take your
7 or 8 miles an hour. Good visibility, mostly clear skies, 77 degrees. Thanks for coming out flying with Southwest Airlines. Welcome aboard. And remember, let's go Brandon.
No,
Is
I
that
think
it?
that's
He said, "Let's go, Brandon." at
And
the very
remember,
end
he
of it.
goes, and remember, let's go, Brandon. What is he thinking about?
So why is this being filmed in the cockpit?
That's a
on
good
TikTok?
question. That's a good question. Someone would have had to.
Like, it'd be one thing if a passenger filmed that, and he said, doesn't he say "Welcome aboard"? I thought it was when he landed.
Oh, I don't know
I
anything
think
about.
he's talking about like how fast they're flying, like a little in-flight
Play it
update
again.
from
I
the
thought,
captain.
I thought he said "Welcome aboard."
Go all the way back. What are we doing here?
Well, no, well, this is
Oh, it's
some,
a full. I see.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
7 or 8 miles an hour. Good visibility, mostly clear skies, 77 degrees. Thanks for coming out flying with Southwest Airlines. Welcome aboard. And remember, let's go Brandon.
I don't know.
Yeah, why that's a video, unless he was just thinking he was going to be cool because he was going to say, "Let's go, Brandon," so I'm going to video it myself.
Yeah,
Then
but
he posted it. Why would he post it?
I don't
I
know.
would think pilots would be way more aware.
Would there have been an investigation
what
if he
they're-
was like, "And fuck Donald Trump"?
No,
Would there be an investigation when he lost his job?
no.
If he said, "Remember, folks, thanks for flying Southwest Airlines and Black Lives Matter,"
Yeah.
he would be a hero.
Right.
He would be a hero.
No, and I don't think. By the way, dude, of course I don't think he should. I don't know what's going on with him. Of course, I think nothing should happen. Having said it again, though, what is he thinking?
No.
What
The
are you
market
thinking?
will tell you what they felt about this. If all of a sudden people, which they're doing on Twitter,
Switching.
go, "I'm never flying Southwest again."
Yeah, right.
Okay, good for you.
I want to see those. I want to see those
Good
proofs.
for you.
Yeah.
Because I mean, dude, no fee changes and 2 bags, dude. Come on.
Yeah. Watch
Yeah.
Southwest.
Like,
watch
dude,
him just blow up.
Just throwing it out there to say that you're not flying that again, unless you're got money. Southwest it's better than Spirit.
Yeah.
But below Delta, obviously. But like I said, no fee changes, 2 bags. Just because he says go, Brandon, I think you're still going. If
The
they're-
incident
He probably loses his job here, but
has for people calling for him to be fired, to T's point.
Well, fired for everything these days.
Yeah, telling passengers, "Let's go, Brandon," is he signed off on a flight from Houston, Texas to Albuquerque. The airline is conducting an internal investigation. I mean, talk about priority number one
Yeah.
for
Get
the
to the bottom of
airlines. I mean,
this.
let's get to the bottom of this. Southwest
that's kind of
is-
the beauty of the whole "Let's go, Brandon" thing. That you're not actually saying "fuck Joe Biden."
Right, right.
You're saying "Let's go, Brandon." I know it's code. I know what everybody knows.
It's code
We
word.
know what you're saying, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Hell
But
yeah. It's hilarious, by the way. I'm sorry.
it is. I think it is very fun. No matter what you think, it's
It's
fucking-
gonna be funny
I
for
mean,
that.
it's something that even the fucking the people that are so fucking pearl clutching in the world, like in churches, it's breaking out. Like it can join the bluest of comics and the most fucking zealot pearl clutching
Yeah.
prudes in the world.
Yeah.
You can fuck Joe Biden. Let's go, Brandon. It's a very unifying thing, really. If you think about it.
Just the organic nature of how it started.
How hilarious
is
for that
pretty-
dude, by the way, the
pretty great.
NASCAR driver.
Yeah.
This NASCAR driver for his rest of his life.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
let's go, Brandon. Is
Would that be a
after
good
him.
thing or a bad thing?
For
He's
him,
a
it's
NASCAR
probably
driver,
good
probably a
thing.
great thing.
Yeah, probably a
I
real
think it's
good thing.
great.
Throw it on
him-
his fucking car and move on, dude.
I mean, how many times have you seen? Anytime there's a story about this, they show his dumb mug
Oh,
getting interviewed.
right.
It's hilarious.
well, like I read this article. I think it was USA Today, and they're like, "What is this? Let's go!" Because some of the left is so in their own world, they don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
and so they're explaining it, and then the article has to be like, "A NASCAR driver at Talladega," and it wasn't even, dude, like in Michigan or it was Talladega, like the redneckest of the redneck
Yeah,
NASCAR tracks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In Talladega, Alabama,
Yeah.
NASCAR driver. It's
had nothing to
so
do with
fitting,
it.
dude. So fitting.
but
Yeah.
the funny thing is, it was happening in stadiums all over. It
Oh,
just
yeah.
happened that this idiot reporter I mean, made this moment.
100%.
I'll admit it.
She made this moment. Oh my God, they're chanting, "Let's go, Brandon." Are they?
Bringing attention to it
Yeah.
instead of dubbing it
Okay.
out. Yeah.
The airline, so they're conducting this. They've got a statement on this. Southwest does not condone employees sharing their personal political opinions while on the job,
Which is wrong.
serving our customers.
As Troy said, that's wrong. If he said Black Lives Matter, it
Oh,
would be allowed.
Of course.
They mean,
And
There's
one
no political statement that we don't agree with.
right.
and one employee's individual perspective should not be interpreted as the viewpoint of Southwest and its collective 54,000 employees, because that's what we were all doing. We all just automatically assumed one pilot for Southwest said, "Let's go, Brandon." That means all 54,000. What are you, stupid?
Right, you go up to the ticket
You
counter
really
and you're
think-
like, that girl's she must be with
She
him.
must be all, "Let's go, Brandon."
Based
Rock
on the
on.
numbers, they might want to lean into this.
Actually, that's the thing. Based on,
They
based
might
on the
want-
vaccination
Based on what
situation.
we're seeing here in the ratings, these
Yeah,
polls
right.
that are coming out, you may want to just lean
Well, the
into
amount
that.
of Southwest people that haven't been vaccinated, also.
Yeah.
that and
Canceling
weather caused
flights.
some flights a little recently.
Yeah.
You know, no
John-
other airlines dealt with the same weather.
John Cooper, former National Finance Chair of the Political Action Committee, draft Biden 2016, was among those calling for his termination. This one's easy. I'm not flying on Southwest Air until the "Let's Go Brandon" pilot is fired. Who's with me? Added Vern 1105. The Southwest Airlines pilot said, "Let's go, Brandon," over the loudspeaker, needs to be fired. I will pass this on to everyone I know. His politics had no place on that aircraft. It makes you uncomfortable as a flyer. He needs to go. You could say the same thing about football fucking games, asshole. You could say the same thing about everywhere you're stuffing this shit in our face, whether it's Black Lives Matter, whatever. There's a time and a place for a lot of this shit. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. As long as you agree with it,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's embraced.
You know what's funny, dude? When you mentioned BLM too, by the way, and maybe you said,
They did $2 billion in fucking property damage through insurance claims in one summer. 25 people were killed.
We don't want to talk about
I was
that.
looking
Yeah.
for.
Oh, yeah. No, let's praise Black Lives Matter. They were awesome.
I was doing a lot of searching for campsites. Recently, where I'm really looking out places like where you can get cheap ones, possibly free ones, and I'm looking in different areas. And there's a place called, I don't know if you, Troy, you might know this, I'm not sure, but like BLM, campground. And I'm like, what is this? I kept looking, like, are there like Black Lives Matter specific campground? And it starts for Bureau of Land Management, and it's just so real campers probably know this already. But I was like searching around, I'm like,
I'm not staying at the BLM campsite. Fuck that.
Like,
Say, doesn't seem like a big camping crowd.
I
It's
just
not
started-
very outdoorsy.
No,
It's just a
no.
guess.
I know, but it's like
Join the Black Lives Matter swim club. What?
it was just something I kept seeing pop up, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
am I what? Bureau of Land Management, though.
What are you gonna do?
Tough for Bureau of Land Management, by the way. BLM. They might want to rethink their logo.
Yeah, it's like the kids named ISIS.
yeah.
Those people went through some shit.
Yeah.
A few years
Oh,
back.
dude,
You know?
Karens. Any girl named a Karen. You can't
Yeah,
name
if
a
you're
kid-
named Karen,
you can't do it
you're-
anymore.
Quite-
Sorry.
Is that worse than ISIS or better? Being
Well,
a
now you're probably cool if you're named ISIS now.
Yeah.
That's probably acceptable. America sucks so bad.
Karen still sucks.
We need ISISes, but Karens?
Karen is everything wrong with America.
Yeah. You know
Let
what-
me see the
And what
manager.
sucks is you could have just as easily done it with Mike, Eric.
Oh, God, I
Anything.
know.
Yeah.
Troy, not so much. You're off the hook. But Eric, Mike, Mark, it could have just been easy. Oh, I found another Mike at the park today.
I wonder how that
could have been
started.
me.
Just a
I
Karen.
don't remember exactly.
It's a great term,
It
by
is.
the way. I mean, it
It
really
really
is.
is.
But it's like,
And-
look at this Karen. I mean, everybody knows what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
There's a-
Especially if you've worked in retail, by the way. If you've ever spent a day in retail, you know what a Karen is.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just fucking.
Yeah, but Karen's walking their dog in the park and bitching at black eyes for
Yeah.
letting their dog run free or whatever. Like, Karen move.
Oh, yeah.
It's a term. If you said it was a Leslie, it wouldn't work.
Doesn't
like
carry
Karen.
the weight. Yeah. There's
Yeah.
was at the Halloween store and they had the wig, the
yeah.
ask for the supervisor wig, and it was called the Karen.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's see. As an experiment, this CNN analyst, Asha Rangappa, weighed in on this, and I thought her take was the best of all. Very measured. I thought it was a decent take. As an experiment, I'd love for a Southwest pilot to say "Long live ISIS" before taking off. My guess is that 1, the plane would immediately be grounded. 2, the pilot fired. 3, a statement issued by the airline within hours. Within a matter of hours. Yeah, because that's the same thing. Let's go, Brandon
Yeah.
versus
Just
Long live ISIS. So
Right.
if I
Allahu
was getting on a
Akbar.
flight, and I might not like. I might not like the current, or I might like the current president a lot. I don't think I would be worried if my pilot said, "Let's go, Brandon." I might roll my eyes a little bit, like a little immature for a pilot.
Of course you wouldn't.
No. If I was a Biden fan.
Oh, okay,
If
yeah,
I was a
yeah.
big Biden supporter,
They went through it with 4 years with Trump. The whole everybody's fuck Trump.
That
and all
doesn't get
that.
played up enough, Troy. By the way, I would say you're right. Like in reality, if I'd been on, I was on everywhere you went for 4 years. If you liked Trump, all you had to hear is anti that. If I had been on a plane and they said, and by the way,
Right.
you know, Trump's a racist,
It
I would
was
just kind of go,
It was the norm.
okay,
Yeah.
For that entire presidency. Was
I
fuck
saw a
Donald
guy
Trump.
with a "fuck Trump" shirt on a plane.
Yeah.
right, and it's like
Get
those.
high. Right, that's totally okay. But
Yeah.
now, whoa. I mean, I don't agree with it in any sense either. Really, in all honesty, either way.
Yeah.
Oh, well, for one, I do think he's a moron for saying it. I should say that. I don't think he should be fired, but I think he's an idiot for saying it. I mean,
But
dude, what are you thinking? But-
Comparing that to
Oh,
what
no,
the
I know.
CNN person did, comparing that to ISIS, like
No.
if you were sitting there, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, if you're sitting in the plane and the fucking pilot says, "God bless, long live ISIS,"
Yeah, that could be a problem.
there might be 10% of people that went,
He
"I'm
might
going to
be
roll the
taking a
dice
left
and
turn
stay-
into a tower. You
and
don't know.
stay on this plane," but 90% of that plane is deplaning.
Yeah,
Like
saying let's go.
you
Brandon doesn't
understand
put anybody in immediate danger.
No, let's go. Like, long live ISIS. To her point, in like that's the group, you know, Al Qaeda, but ISIS, same shit.
Yeah.
That flew planes into the building and killed 3,000 Americans. Like that's what it was. So to even compare the two, let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. You would think the left would understand. It's a political statement.
Yeah.
It's a political statement. Say, I don't approve of the job being done right now. And those polls we just read you would say that a lot of people agree with that.
But you're no
That
better
sentiment.
than the last 4 years of all the fuck Donald Trump. You just turn around and go, now fuck Joe Biden. So we're just going to go term after term
That's
after
my thing.
term.
That-
Then
I
it's
get-
just
we
fuck
dealt
this
with
guy,
that
fuck
last
that
week.
guy.
That's why I don't do it personally,
Yeah,
but-
that's
But
my
that- but the
point. Is you're
drone-
no better than that.
The drone before of every minute of every fucking day for
Yeah.
5 years.
Yep.
Having an incident on a plane, we need to investigate. We need to investigate this. We don't condone this. Since when? I sat on a plane next to a "fuck Trump" T-shirt guy.
He didn't get thrown off.
Fuck no, he didn't. He probably got moved up to first class. Probably got a lifetime of free fucking plane tickets.
Extra peanuts.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I got a question.
Yeah.
Does your money work as hard as you do?
Absolutely not.
Well, you're going to spend upwards of 45 years working towards. It's been so long since I've done this.
I know.
Excuse me. Take two. You'll spend upwards of 45 years working to support your lifestyle, provide for your family, and set aside money for retirement. Do you know that you will be able to retire on your terms? How could you? Right? Isn't that what you're supposed to
Yeah.
do?
Yeah.
If you don't have a plan. Let Mark and Jay at LPL Financial help to make sure your money is working as hard as you are. Call them today at 248-626-2000, 248-626-2000. Come on.
Jesus.
Oh, what happened?
The drop machine is
Should be going.
up.
Damn it. We got to redact that if I can't play this.
No.
It's playing, it's showing it. It's not my fat finger this time. Maybe we should have tested this.
I mean, I did drops during the thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure what to do.
By the way, you got to get over there, make sure Jay can keep filling up that beamer. So
Say it. Say it.
LPL Financial registered something, and
Member FINRA
yeah,
SIPC.
there we go.
But
Yeah,
exactly.
That's pretty much the
Just read it. It's on the bottom.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Disclosures must be read at the same place in the rest of the spot. There we go. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member, and FINRA SIPC.
Very good.
Nailed it. I didn't even know it was on there.
Nailed it.
Good.
And of all people, those two clowns, honestly,
Ooh, Merck and Jay?
Jay and Merck, I would trust them with my money more than anybody.
True.
I really would.
Yeah.
They're too. I fucking hated them for this, but they're so morally grounded.
Yeah.
You know, they just are, both of them.
Yep.
That I don't worry in the least
No, definitely not.
about having.
They'll do
them.
right
They're
by you. That's
Super
for
smart
sure.
guys, both of them.
Sorry, I
you
fucked
guys
up the
know
reading.
Jay. Nah,
I'll do
be
better.
all right. But honestly, like of anybody I know, I can find the deceptiveness in anybody, and I got my eyes on everybody.
Not Merck.
Always. Not Merck and Jay,
No,
really. And
definitely
you
not.
could say that while they had their moments, clownishness
Yeah.
back in the day, especially Jay. But Merck and
Honest
Jay
as
were,
the day is long.
yeah,
I'll tell you that.
Yeah, almost to the point where you're like, can I trust someone
Are
this
you
honest?
hiding something?
Too fucking moral, Captain. I don't know what's going on with you. But yeah, so it's great to have them on board.
Yeah.
Wanted to mention, we should mention MyPillow too. MyPillow.com.
Yes.
It's MyPillow. It's all about MyPillow. They've never bailed on anything. I know people. This is a hot button group for sure, but I don't care. They give us a great deal on if people buy pillows, robes. They sent me a robe and they sent us some slippers.
Yeah, I didn't do the new slippers, man. They are nice.
Dude, I've been looking forward to those goddamn MyPillow slippers. I swear to God, for a year. And I didn't want to reach out to Dawn while I wasn't doing a show and just be like, yeah, send me some shit. But now that we're back here, she's like, yeah, what do you want?
Check it out.
They're awesome. She said they run a tad bit small, so I ordered a 10, usually a 9, and they're perfect. I love them. I got to get you a pair of these.
I mean, I'll try them, I suppose. I'm not a slipper dude, I would say, but I'll put them
I
on.
haven't historically been a slipper dude either. Troy's more of a slipper guy than
I haven't
either
been,
of us.
but there's just some cold ass floors in this place.
Yeah. Well, I am wearing my shoes, having said that right here.
Yeah.
There you go.
Maybe I'll have a pair of just house slippers here.
But
Leave them at the
Studio
door.
slippers.
You're like Mr. Rogers when you
Yeah,
come in.
yeah.
You take off the skank shoes, put on the slippers,
Yeah.
bring them down.
But Dawn hooked us up with a page too, like mypillow.com/TDC. We'll deal with that later. Just for now, just use promo code TDC if you go there and get any of the towels. Who even I have liberal friends that fucking despise Trump, and also that means they despise Mike Lindell.
Of course.
But they're like, all right, I gotta. The fucking towels are dope. They're just amazing.
Well,
So-
if you order them, they come right to the house. You don't, since you can't buy them in stores anymore. You don't have to face anybody
Yeah.
when you're getting it. You can just do it in plain
Yeah,
packaging
yeah.
to the door.
Like you're buying
I can
porn
attest
back
to
in
it.
the day or
Exactly.
something.
It comes
Like,
in very plain packaging. No one will ever know.
Yeah,
you got your Biden sign out there, but you're like,
Still dig the pillows.
But this pillow topper.
Dude, I haven't had I left town with my MyPillow and left them in California.
Oh.
And then got home and I was like, we had like 600 fucking pillows here. They're gone.
Yeah. Well, that was through the
Members area?
DMAC days too.
Oh, yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
coming through. It was like a consolation prize.
Yeah.
candy.
Yeah. So I finally got my MyPillows back and it was great last night.
Don't
be
forget
honest
to
with you.
put them in the dryer before you use it.
15 minutes in the dryer before first use.
Pro tip.
Very important. Promo code TDC. Use the promo code TDC. We'll get credit for it. Amazon link is huge. I know all of you are shopping on Amazon. Please just go to DetroitCast.com for now, and click on our Amazon link, and then we'll get credit for that as well. Easy way to support us and keep things moving forward.
Yeah, I was surprised how easy that was. I forgot about it one time when I started ordering stuff, and I was on there. No. But I was on there looking for something else, so I just kind of Googled it, and I went down the rabbit hole, and I had the stuff in my cart, and then I was like, oh shit, like I didn't go through there. I'm like, man, fuck, now I got to go through and do all that again because I had like 8 or 10 things in there.
Yeah.
And then I just went in, I clicked on the link, and it just linked me automatically to it. Everything was still in my cart.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't. It doesn't like redirect you, and you have to do it because it's all through the Amazon stuff anyway. So
Awesome.
Yeah, so that was kind of I was like, oh man, like I probably would have bailed on that just because I didn't want to have to go through the bullshit. I didn't remember everything that was in there.
Yeah.
But it didn't. I went through into the link, clicked it, everything was there. Bada boom, bada bing. So
Awesome.
easy peasy. Yeah, it was
Great.
good to know. I was surprised that happened.
Good. Elon Musk. Where does the room stand on Elon Musk? We fans? Is he friend or foe?
I like him.
I like him a lot.
I like him. I
Yeah.
don't have any real issues with him. I think he's doing
He's a
whatever the hell he
weirdo.
wants. Yeah, sure.
a
Why not?
weirdo,
Who cares? But he's not doing any harm as far as I'm concerned.
I love the fact that he's a huge Spaceballs fan. Like that to me,
Yeah.
speaks. Like I was such a huge Spaceballs fan. Like if you don't know the speeds of the Spaceballs, what was their
The ship they were in.
Millennium Falcon version, whatever, light speed. It would
Ludicrous Speed was the last one.
ludicrous
I know
speed
that.
and
Yeah.
plaid, and then it went to
yeah,
plaid.
plaid,
yeah,
right.
we've gone plaid.
Yeah, we've gone plaid. And
seen that in a while. I
And
need to
so
watch it again.
those Tesla, I don't know enough about them, but is it the Model 3 or the Model S? I think it's a Model S that has ludicrous speed and has plaid
Oh,
speed.
for real?
Yeah.
The car? That's funny.
Yeah, it goes 0 to 60 in like 1.8 seconds.
That's funny.
Is plaid. So you can dial in like plaid and ludicrous.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's so fucking cool, isn't it?
You gotta
I don't
love
know.
somebody with a sense of humor like
Hell
that.
yeah. So,
Well, yeah, because I would
don't
say
take
a lot of
yourself
times
too
those
seriously.
billion, your Bill Gates and whatnot, they
fuck
they,
him.
they don't have
Fuck
they
Jeff
don't seem like a
Bezos.
regular person.
Yeah.
Bezos looks like a fucking Dr. Evil.
Dude,
I
he
mean,
does.
so-
It's crazy, isn't it?
Right.
Yes.
Dr. Evil.
Right.
That's it.
So you're right. To know that makes them seem a little more human.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, I look at Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh,
when he's
dude.
talking, our new launch of Metaverse, blah blah, and they're like, ugh. It's creepy. He looks like a fucking alien. Jeff Bezos creeps me out. And all the stories we ever heard about Bezos was every Amazon employee is pissed off, working their asses off, have to run in the warehouse, can't walk, they run everywhere, pays them for shit. You don't hear that with Elon Musk. Musk takes care of his team. Those are the brightest minds in the world, and they're all taken care of. And I don't know, it just, you know.
You ever see, like, I know you probably weren't a Star Trek fan or whatever, but I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
can see it. God, he's such a creepy looking dude. Really is. I mean,
Yeah,
almost like
it's
not
just-
like not human. It looks like a bot. It looks like AI. We're all getting duped.
Yeah. It's crazy. But Elon Musk, I love that Elon Musk isn't afraid to take people on. I love that he's not afraid to go smoke a joint on Joe Rogan's show.
Yeah, he got crushed for that. That was pretty
He
shitty.
did for a day.
I know. Well,
like the stock dropped, and people are like, "Oh my God, he lost $1
give a
billion
shit.
in an hour." He didn't give a fuck.
Right.
He doesn't care at all. And the stock went up 3 days later. That's what a lot of people don't report. Is stock went right back up. It was no big deal.
I can't even get over. Like, I've gotten into this with my dad and mom a little bit. Even like we were driving up north a few weeks ago or something, and some town up north where they're trying to not. I guess some people don't want, a weed dispensary coming in or whatever, sell weed, and they're like, no, why don't we? I'm like, dude, you guys realize, like, there's 10 bars here, though, and these old men are just getting shit-faced every fucking night. What are you talking? And, like, so him going on there, it's like, dude, do you guys, we have commercials every fucking second of the day telling us to buy liquor and alcohol.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Oh, yeah.
what are you talking about?
You
Like,
can't
it's
even
this big
show them
deal.
sip the beer in the commercial.
Right.
Like, they know how bad it is.
Right.
the
and yet we're
billboards out
sitting
there
here-
right now are weed.
I know.
Like
Yeah.
half of the billboards out there right now
Really?
are weed stuff. It's unbelievable.
But it's just so,
marketing going in.
funny when he smokes a joint.
Yeah.
It's like, my
And it was the most weird, awkward, thing he had
Yeah.
going on. Like,
Yeah.
and it's legal. It was completely legal. Everything he did, there was nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
So to get shit on for it is so disingenuous.
Yeah.
Don't legalize
It's just
it. and then
somebody
bitch
of
at
it. I think is people that spent their whole lives.
You're just conditioned
telling us
to
it
it
wasn't-
being
it was
that it's wrong and it's illegal and it's
Didn't he bring a dope-ass flamethrower over there, too? I think he did. I think he brought some, like, crazy flame. It's like, you're just in a fucking lab. He's Willy Wonka.
yeah. Didn't he make the truck with like bulletproof glass or
Yeah.
something? Like why'd you make it bulletproof glass? Because I could.
'Cause it's
Because
cool.
it's cool, right? Or whatever his answer
That's
was.
fucking badass, and you know it. It's like,
Exactly. yeah.
Yeah.
Can't
no
argue
better
with that.
answer than that.
So yeah. So no, I'm a fan. I'm Team Elon.
I am too. So he says he's willing to sell,
Oh, I saw this. Yeah.
his Tesla stock, $6 billion worth. And if the United Nations official who said that just 2% of the entrepreneur's income could help solve world hunger, if he can back up that claim, okay. If WFP, which is the World Food whatever,
People.
people can describe on this Twitter thread exactly how $6 billion will solve world hunger, I will sell Tesla stock right now and do it.
100% believe him too.
Oh, hell yeah.
He would.
Yeah.
Because he knows it's not true.
No, and if he
World Food
could, he
Program.
would make $100 billion by doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
So okay.
He said, however, that the World Food Program must publicly disclose how they are using his funds, but it must be open source accounting so the public sees precisely how the money is spent. His tweets come in response to a comment made by David Beasley, who's the executive director of the United Nations, WFP, World Food People or Program, whichever, urging billionaires to help. The governments are tapped out of $6 billion. Really? That could solve the whole problem, David. But the world's governments are tapped out of $6 billion. Okay.
Some of those fucking
No, you got this.
kings. I'm trying to think of the other word.
Oh,
though.
the Saudis?
Saudi
Saudi princes?
No, but I was thinking of. God damn it.
Yeah. That,
Stay with it.
What did I catch?
God only
Really-
knows how much
yeah,
wealth
yeah.
they truly
What was
have.
the fucking word I was thinking of? God damn it.
don't know.
Brain fart, man.
Sheiks,
No.
kings, lords.
No, I don't know what it was.
Rich people.
So he says the government.
Sultans. Like
Sultans.
sultans is
Yeah.
what I was trying to think
Sultan
of.
of Brunei.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, they got probably fucking trillions of dollars
Yeah,
in
oh,
gold
yeah.
and shit. And yeah, but this one dude,
the world's governments are tapped out. We just want to help world
Well, they just
fucking
don't-
hunger.
most of them just don't care that much.
Government's tapped out. This is why. This is why, and this is when the billionaires need to step up now on a one-time basis. $6 billion to help 42 million people that are literally going to die if we don't reach them. It's not complicated. This is just heartbreaking. I am not asking them to do this every day, every week, every year. We have a one-time crisis, a perfect storm on conflict, climate change, and COVID. It's a one-time phenomenon. And then he makes this snarky tweet a month ago or so. Congratulations to Elon Musk for passing up Jeff Bezos as the world's richest person, worth a whopping $221 billion. By the way, he's up another $100 billion since that
then,
tweet.
good for him.
And there's no way he is, by the way, right? Again, what we were just describing.
Let me finish the quote.
Okay,
Hold on.
yeah.
Elon, to celebrate, I'm offering you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Help us save 42 million people from starvation for just $6.6 billion. Offer expires soon, and lives do too. So
Offer expires soon.
yeah. So probably going to die.
Well, then he'd probably get a discount. How many can we get for like $4 billion? How much for just one rib?
I have a feeling these people are so full of shit with their programs
Yeah.
that always, again, the road to hell is paved with wonderful intentions. You know, to just make these snarky. I love that Elon's like, I'll take it out of Tesla stock today.
He could probably write a
Give it
check.
to you. Yeah, of course he could. He's worth He's the world's richest man.
Yeah.
He's worth $100 billion more than Jeff Bezos. And they say he's going to get richer and richer. He'll be the first trillionaire
Yeah.
in the world. And
again,
that's
don't you
not
think-
because of Tesla. That's because of SpaceX.
SpaceX.
But again, don't you believe in reality? There must, like I said, some of these dudes who have. Remember we talked about on this show? I mean, it was a while ago. We talked on the show where it's like the one son. They were so rich he didn't even know how to use a phone. Like literally, someone did everything.
Yeah, dialed the
like
phone
I'm just
for
saying.
him.
I wonder. We don't really look at their tax returns like we do here. But there's got to be people out there that have more money in reality. Some of these dudes, maybe not.
I think some of the Saudi,
Maybe off
People-
the book. Kind
That's
of
what I'm
money.
saying, though.
Off the book money,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
the whole art world is a scam. That whole, $400 million for a painting.
Yep.
That's just, rich people laundering money.
Yeah.
They're not using a laundromat or a casino. They're just laundering money.
El Chapo.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why they're all in the
What happened
art
to that
world.
dude?
and-
Is he still alive? El
Yeah.
Chapo? Okay.
Yeah. I don't
Didn't
think he's
tunnel his
making
way
much
out yet?
headway. Isn't he in Colorado Supermax?
Oh, I don't remember where we left him off, I guess.
Did they just get
Yeah.
his old lady? Didn't she go down she was trying to keep the business alive?
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was trying to keep it afloat.
Yeah.
She didn't do a very good job.
Got to protect her.
She went down too.
Yeah, Tesla last week joined a group of companies that are estimated to be worth more than $1 trillion. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's
The
like
funny
not
thing is
even
they went
real
after
money.
him, and he's a big global warmist dude too. So like they're not going after a person who's like doesn't even believe in in the global climate change.
Exactly.
I mean, he
Yeah, that'll
believes in it
backfire.
pretty
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
So it's like
fine,
they're-
show me how to do it. I'll do it.
Right.
It's not that I don't want to do it.
He's just
Nobody
right.
can do
so
it.
They
And
didn't
if we-
even.
He just knows what bullshit it is.
And
what
when we
they're
do
trying
give
to
money, you guys piss it away.
Yeah.
And line your own pockets with it.
Which is why he says, I'll take that money out today, cash that in and give it to you. I want a timeline in the public forum where people can see exactly how you're going to spend this money.
Yeah.
Good. Balls in your court, asshole.
You said it was
What are you doing,
$6.6
David?
billion, right? That,
Yeah.
You show me exactly how you came to that number, how it's going to be used, where
think
we're
that
going to
they-
be.
How you and your dumb fucking political government bodies are going to make use of that $6 billion. Because I think Elon Musk has proved that he can really make use of $6 billion and get shit done.
Well, first you'd have to
Get
set up
it
some
done.
committees, obviously. And
You
then,
need some committees.
Is going to
gonna have
space
to
really
like
that
go
important?
through the red
Focus
tape.
groups, E? Do we need some focus
Probably,
groups?
dude, for sure. And I mean,
We could probably spend $2 billion on focus groups to decide how to spend the $6.6
well, then
billion.
you'd have to decide where the committee would meet, and that committee can't fly out
Davos?
Well, they can't fly out
Private?
yeah, right. They can't
Glasgow?
be. There you go, and they can't
Yeah.
be staying just in a hostel.
No.
They'd have to be staying in a nice.
Well, they might be bothered with by people.
right.
Always wanting to get their hands on the money.
Yep.
Yeah,
They'd
so, I
be
mean-
bothered. So you got to put them on a, $50 million jet.
It's cool
private
that
jet.
nonprofits people don't get paid.
Crazy
really
how
cool.
that works,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
cool.
Yeah. It's
Some
crazy.
nice paid jobs out there from nonprofits.
Pretty cool. Elon Musk, $302 billion.
That's nuts. That is correct. I wish I would have bought some SpaceX a while back.
We could say that about a lot of things.
That's true.
Wish I would have bought this. Wish I would have bought that.
Yeah.
You're doing it now. You're in the
Little
crypto
bit,
game.
a little bit. Dabbling here and there. But
Yeah. Get your toe in the water.
Yeah.
Might as well check my Doge coin while you're talking about it. Not
Yep.
doing so hot.
No.
What do you have in there?
I
You
put
have-
$100 in
Yeah.
at one point. I'm down to 40.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's whatever. Who knows? I hopped on that bandwagon a little too
I
late.
keep asking people to explain it to me, and no one can. And NFL Bob is trying his best. He sent me some videos, and I watch it, and I just go,
Dreamweaver.
Troy, we gave it a good,
We gave
solid 25 minutes the other
Probably
day.
almost half hour into it, and even I was like, turn this off.
And he doesn't stop talking about crypto, and he was
Right,
like,
right.
"Oh,
All
man.
right.
Troy's
I don't need to
fading
know
away.
all how it works.
It's like it just gets so in the weeds.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know what it is. I just kept
Exactly.
hearing people show those pitch. To be honest with you, I just kept seeing those memes of the dog going
Yeah.
like up, 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 and I'm like, and my boy Chubbs, he actually did do okay. He was, for our level of okay, meaning he bought some early, made like $1,000, and
Doge?
yeah, Doge, and I was like, fine. I did mine the day of his SNL appearance.
Oh, right.
Like an asshole.
Yeah.
And I bought it at $100. I put $100 in.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, I kept hearing he's either going to kill it and it's going to go up right away, or he's going to bomb. And I thought, you know what? If I put 100 in, he kills it, and it gets up to $500. I'll just sell and I'll make a few $100. No big deal, right?
Yeah. Just get
I
in, make
woke
a
up-
quick money, and go.
Yeah, I woke up at like 11:45, 12 because I couldn't stay up, and my thing was down to like $30. I'm like, you son of a bitch, Elon Musk,
You fucked me.
you motherfucker.
Yeah. But that's
It's hung around though. I'm not going to sell it. It's hung around. It goes up and down. It's crazy because this you can follow 24/7.
Yeah,
It-
not
you know
like
what I
the
mean?
stock market.
Yeah, it's not the stock market. You can
Yeah.
literally 2 a.m. see it like.
It's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out long term.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
with
I
so
mean,
many
it's
people
based
coming
on-
in and out, and there's fraud potential.
Yeah.
Weren't you telling me about one that got fucked over the other day?
Yeah,
Like-
there was I haven't seen the resolution of it, but there was they came out with a Squid Game coin or token.
Okay, yeah.
And then it blew up, went up like 5,000% in a week or
Yeah.
something like that. So all these people got in, made a shit ton of money, and then went to cash out,
And
and,
it
they're
just
like,
wasn't there.
It's just not there. Yeah,
Yeah.
not even so.
Yeah.
The old rug pull, as they say.
Yeah.
Right. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's tough.
I don't know how. Like, obviously, I don't know how any of that shit works. But if you think about it,
I mean, Mark Cuban got fucked.
oh, did he really?
Did he buy into that?
Not Squid Games, but a
Right,
different
right,
one.
but
I
something
forget
that-
when it was.
Well, there's
it was
been
one
so
that
many-
I think he'll be okay.
Oh no, it will, but it's just the point that you'd think somebody
out
like
there.
that isn't going to put money into something
Yeah.
bullshit. He was like promoting it, and
it turned out it was bullshit.
And it went to just one day it was worth $5 a piece or whatever, and the next day it was worth zero.
Yeah.
Just
Wow.
gone.
Interesting.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and well, that's the good and the bad of the decentralized part of it. There's nothing to back it.
Right.
The government can't fuck with it. They're still going to get you on like capital gains for it. You still have to show it as
Yeah.
income now. How that
Yeah.
because you can't. It's public knowledge. The ledgers and the money. You can't really hide it. That's the whole point of it. That's the good and the
Right.
bad of it. But they they can't really control it. They're regulate it. They're trying. I'm sure they'll figure out some way somehow. For now, all they
Oh,
can
the
do,
government will. I promise.
that's
that.
the whole point of it. The
Yeah.
the DeFi of it is that's the premise that they can't. But
Right.
they, as well as I do, they'll find a way somehow. Like I said, as of right now, all they can do is tax you as income. You can show it as a loss too, but
Yeah.
whatever. They got.
Yeah, I just don't know enough about it. I feel like a moron talking about it.
But
'cause
I know nothing
the
about it,
negative of
because
that too is
nobody
that
knows anything about it.
there's
That's
no
the problem.
repercussions
Yeah.
when that shit happens, when the rug gets pulled,
Yeah, there's
and
no
it just
government
goes
regulation.
No, and there's no. So some things are
That's
more
why I
stable
bought
than
into
others.
Bit. Like,
Yeah,
it's
that's
been
as
there the
legit as
longest
you're gonna get,
and
yeah.
as legit as you can get for whatever. And
Yeah.
am I going to be a millionaire from it? No. But
No.
who
Could
knows?
you have been 10
All
years
these-
ago, 5 years ago? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, hell, even it's 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. 6 months ago. Fuck sakes. March.
Yeah.
March is when it jumped to 60 grand from 4 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, these people, going kind of tying into Elon Musk, going, yeah, show your work, man. It's such the hypocrisy of these people that want to save the world, whether it's through climate change or feeding the world's
Everybody's got
hungry.
their own cause.
Yeah, and kind of what he was saying. We're going to need to form a committee and
that was a joke. That's not a joke at
whole
all.
company
No,
to
I know.
blah blah blah.
That's
blah, blah,
exactly
it's
what
not.
would
solve this
happen.
problem. Yeah, of course it is. And that 6.6 billion, and that's the point Elon is making.
Yeah.
I bet he would if you had a real plan
Yeah.
that showed that for $6.6 billion,
He
I'm
could
sure he
actually
would,
do it.
honestly.
world
I
hunger,
believe it.
I guarantee you he would. But Elon knows that these all talk government official blowhards have, it's just their wokeness coming out, like, oh, I'm going to shame the billionaires and act like I'm one of the little guys. Go
Look at
fuck
me.
yourself.
Look at me. Look at me.
It's like these people going to the COP26 in the climate change where all the fucking people, the Paris Accords, that's going on right now. Biden's there. He fell asleep today, by the way.
Did he really?
Hilarious video, yeah. And an aide walks. You can find the video. He's sitting there and I honestly, I don't blame him for this. This is boring as shit.
A lot of travel.
And he doesn't believe in any of this, by the way.
No, fuck no, he
He
doesn't.
doesn't know where. He doesn't really care. He just knows he became the president. Maybe.
Are these people vaccinated?
Who knows? Go ahead. Some guy comes in like, oh my God, they got a camera on this dipshit. Someone wake him up. Listen to this speaker.
To concrete actions to stop the destruction of this magnificent planet.
Right.
This conference is one of the most
Oh, boy.
important meetings in history.
Just rest my eyes for a little bit.
No, I'm back.
That's a long blink.
I'm back. He's out again. He's out. He's going to be out for the long haul here.
Yeah. I want to know how long you keep the head up. Oh yeah, there's the
That's
sleepy
the
knob.
head bob. Watch the helper come in. There's a whole crisis team for Joe Biden everywhere he
Oh,
goes.
Handlers.
Not fear. This is my message from
Yeah, he's out.
Oh, jeez.
He's so out. Like, oh yeah, sir, I got to show you this tweet really quick. Really important.
Oh, look at that, dude. Him coming out of it.
So this guy comes running in. If you're not watching the video,
Watch how slowly he comes out of that. Like, it's very much like someone's been woken awake.
yeah.
Please help us.
Listen to that speaker. This would put me
Yeah,
to sleep too.
I almost just fell asleep right there. I gave you a couple long blinks on that one.
But these people are such hypocrites, This idea that we're saving the world, we all need to be there. Jeff Bezos, his $65 million Gulfstream has led a 400-strong parade of private jets into COP25, including the Prince Albert of Monaco, royals, dozens, all the green CEOs. Activists at the climate conference will be urging others to cut down on air travel, eat less meat, but apparently it's fine for these assholes to fly their own planes on these routes.
Can't we just do this on a Zoom call?
Right.
Didn't Covis teach us that we can do everything through
Yeah.
Zoom?
There you go.
Yeah, you would think. Listen to some of this stuff. Estimates put the total number flying in for the conference at 400. Conservative predictions suggest the fleet of private jets arriving will blast out 13,000 tons of carbon dioxide. Bank of America, which in PR documents boasts of its commitment to sustainability, was the registered owner of 2 private jets arriving in Scotland. They are far more polluting than commercial planes, cars, or trains, with the typical one shitting out 2 tons of carbon dioxide every hour.
Wait, a private jet is worse than a commercial jet?
Yeah,
Why?
because of the fuel that it uses, the high-end jet fuel.
A regular
that's
jet
what it
doesn't
is.
use doesn't
Well,
use high-end fuel.
And I'm sure, the obvious that they're transporting so few people. Like, why
Yeah.
couldn't they take one big 747, landed in New York and
Yeah.
say, okay, you guys, get here,
Yeah.
and we'll fly out or wherever. You know what I mean?
Well, why don't they just kayak over there? That would be way more green. They should do that. Or sail.
Why don't they just drown themselves? Fuck them.
That's not nice.
Mr. Bezos, who regularly lectures the world on climate change, arrived in Glasgow fresh from celebrating Bill Gates' 66th birthday on a $2 million a week super yacht off the coast of Turkey. He reached that boat by helicopter. Joe Biden...
You can't pull that shit into shore.
Right.
But they say Biden alone will generate an estimated 2.2 million pounds of carbon to reach the summit, thanks to a fleet of 4 planes, the Marine One helicopter, an enormous motorcade, including the Beast, and numerous SUVs. There was so much air traffic that some jets dropped off VIPs at Glasgow's airport and then flew to another airport, Prestwick, due to a shortage of parking. They couldn't even get all their fucking private jets into this area, so they just drop off the special people and then take back off and go to
park
another
over
airport.
there.
Yeah, go park at a
We're
smaller airport.
short on parking.
Bill Gates and Bezos were slammed as hypocrites for lecturing the world on the need to combat climate change by reducing carbon footprint, while at the same time vacationing on super yachts off the coast of Turkey. Bezos was among 50 guests invited to his private party beside the Mediterranean. The jet fuel used to power helicopters emits 21 pounds of carbon dioxide per gallon burned. Bezos' helicopter emitted some 215 pounds of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Both Bezos and Gates are reportedly staying on super yachts, each of which emits 7,000 tons of carbon dioxide per year, or 19 tons per day. Twitter commented, one Twitter user said, the horrendous energy waster Bill Gates makes his contribution to CO2 reduction for his 66th birthday by having his fat body transported by his own yacht and then by helicopter to a certain place. Guess the rules don't apply to them. Another one commented, more from people who will be bashing the rest of us again next week about climate change. Yeah. So here's to your point, Troy, because you mentioned Zoom calls.
Yeah.
Foreign Secretary Liz Truss insisted it was not possible to hold such a major conference over a video call. I think everyone who's done a Zoom call knows they're quite useful for some things, but when you really get into crunch negotiations and want to look someone in the eye and talk to them face to face, you do need to meet them in person. So you got to fly halfway across the globe in your $65 million private plane. Yeah, to talk to them in person.
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to fly coach, even first class.
Yeah.
Well, you could still, like I said, I mean, what are these?
Charter one plane.
Right, I was going to say,
let's
what
get
are
everybody
these
from this
NBA
side over there.
You know, these sports teams go on planes that are not, you know, they're set up with big seats and plenty of. They could find something.
There's some hypocrisy
where they
in
could
there.
do some, what do you call it, carpooling.
They could, for sure.
So Matt
We
Finch
could
of
all
the
do our part.
Transport and Environment Campaign Group said the average private jet, and we're not talking Air Force One, emits 2 tons of CO2 for every hour in flight. It cannot be stressed enough how bad private jets are for the environment. It is literally the worst way to travel by miles. Our research has found that most journeys can easily be completed on scheduled flights. Yeah, these people don't give a shit. No. They don't give a shit. Which is,
But these are world leaders.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, you'd expect Biden to take a United flight across the pond? No.
Well, not
any
the
of
president per se, maybe. But
Well, who's at these summits? These are all, if Biden's there, these are all like world leaders.
Yeah.
Nobody's fucking flying coach. Nobody's
No, but then don't
public.
lecture me about it. When you're fucking wasting
That-
you're destroying the environment more yourself than I could ever do in 50 lifetimes.
True.
One trip of yours is
makes up for every one of my
one of
Spirit
us.
flights.
All of us fucking minions that fly once a year on vacation on a shitty fucking Spirit flight. You are not the problem.
Yeah.
You're not. It's these monsters that are the cause and never the solution to any of these problems.
That's true.
Boris Johnson. Humanity has long since run down the clock on climate change. It's 1 minute to midnight, and we need to act now. If we don't get serious about climate change today, it'll be too late for our children to do so tomorrow. We have to move from talk and debate and discussion to concerted, real-world action on coal, cars, cash, and trees. No more hopes and targets and aspirations, valuable though they are, but clear commitments and concrete timetables for change. We need to get real about climate change, and the world needs to know when that's going to happen. You can start by not taking private jets to Glasgow every year and blowing each other for a week. How about that?
Practice
How about
what
we
you preach.
start there? And fuck Bill Gates too. I'm tired. I'm tired of Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, all of these assholes.
Not Elon Musk.
Not Elon Musk. No. If you're a real person, if you can sit down and smoke a joint without fucking losing your shit, if you can have a real conversation, I'm all ears. I don't fault him for making the money. I think Bezos is a fucking alien. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that dude. But Bill Gates freaks me out too. Bill Gates is a creepy dude. That nonsense, absolute horseshit nonsense, when his wife, who left him in part because of his not ending relationship with Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
That's a fact. How many dozens of dinners did those two clowns have together? And this idea, at the time, the world's richest man, think about that. He's the world's richest man. He needs Jeffrey Epstein's help in raising money.
Yeah.
The world's,
Right.
not America's richest man, the world's richest man needs help from a fucking convicted pedophile. He was already a convicted pedophile at that time.
Yep.
He needs his help for philanthropy issues. Bullshit.
It's funny watching.
I don't know
these
what they
guys
were up to.
Backpedal off of this thing. Oh, we was trying to set us up with some investors, some money. Nothing panned out, so I cut ties. Yeah, of course you did.
It didn't work out. The video of him doing that NPR whatever interview. It's the creepiest thing you'll ever see. He looks so.
The one where he's like,
dead to
well,
rights.
he's dead. So is that the one where he says that?
Yeah. At the end of it, he's like, well, he's dead, so nothing there. It's like,
Wasn't
yeah.
it Prince Harry too? Wasn't his thing like he flew over here to and stayed with him for a week in his apartment?
Not Prince Harry.
Wasn't that
No,
Prince
not
Harry?
Harry,
Prince Andrew.
Prince Andrew.
Prince
Sorry,
Albert.
Yeah.
sorry, my bad. But
Yeah.
he flew over here like, oh, I just flew into I had felt like I should end it in person, and then I stayed there for a week.
Stayed for 4 days. Yeah, that was his excuse for why he was at Jeffrey Epstein's upscale, filled with fucking nude sculptures of children, paintings and shit.
The
apartment.
Clinton
in a
picture in a
dress.
dress,
Yeah. All that stuff. He had to stay with him because he felt breaking up as a friendship needed to be done in person. He couldn't do it over the phone.
Over time.
So he spent
And
4
over
days.
some young girls.
These people are so full of shit. It's just unbelievable. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Not sad they did it. They're just sad they got caught.
yeah.
Right.
I'm trying to think. Oh, Philadelphia. Should we do a couple more?
I don't care.
I got the MMA. I got.
Dog already pissed on the floor, I think. Probably good.
Seriously?
No.
Jesus Christ.
She's in a
Stopped whining, so
very
she had
weird
to do
position
something.
over there, actually.
Oh yeah. Is she by the door?
Yeah. She's like laying on her side.
Yeah.
Like with her legs. I mean, maybe this is the thing she does.
Standard,
She
yeah,
does.
that's
Yeah.
normal. Okay.
Very, very standard.
Very interesting to me.
Very standard.
She gets in weird spots. Usually behind doors for some reason.
That's
so
where
you
she is,
Smack
yeah.
her when you open it. Shit. Sorry, dude.
I'm interested in your guys' opinion on this. Philadelphia has a couple new laws they're pushing through. They're barring police from pulling over drivers who have committed only minor traffic violations,
Hell yeah.
like having a broken taillight.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. My taillight just went out.
Did it? There you
Works
go.
out perfect.
I don't. Well, I'll read it to you, and then you guys can tell me how you feel. So, the Philadelphia City Council passed a pair of bills intended to address the tension between police and the community by minimizing negative interactions with cops during minor traffic stops, which some say disproportionately, of course, affect people of color, minorities. One of the bills also creates a public database of all traffic stops. Mayor Jim Kenney signed the two bills on Wednesday. The legislation is set to go in effect 120 days after it's signed. These bills end the traffic stops that promote discrimination while keeping the traffic stops that promote public safety. This approach seeks to redirect police time and resources towards keeping Philadelphians safe while removing negative interactions that widen the divide and perpetuate mistrust. The driving equality bills amended the city's traffic code to reclassify 7 offenses as secondary violations.
Okay.
So secondary violations include
This
things
is what
like
you cannot get pulled over for now, right?
Yeah.
Like seatbelt. Isn't that what they did now? Like you can't get pulled over for that, but if you're not wearing your seatbelt,
Yeah.
when you get pulled over, you can get that ticket, something along those lines.
yes, and so if you're speeding, you're doing 20 over or something. I suppose they could also tag
You
on
get
the
that,
headlight.
and then you can
busted
get the other
headlight.
stuff. They can't pull you over for that. All right, yeah. What are the 7?
So the 7, broken taillights,
Okay.
brake lights,
See, I think that's kind of shit though, because that,
bumper issues, improperly displayed registration stickers, improperly displayed. You mean you didn't get your fucking stickers and
Yeah.
buy them?
right?
No one improperly displays them. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and if it gets put on the wrong spot on the plate, are they really tagging you for that?
Oh my god, I saw one the other day. I was fucking dying.
Inspection
That
violations
had put
too.
probably 10 of the new tabs
Yeah.
in all different places around
seen
the
that
plate.
too.
Like not just stacking them on top of each other. Like you couldn't even read
Yeah.
the plate because it had these tabs everywhere.
That's interesting.
See, I want that person pulled over, and I want that addressed. I really do.
See, the brake light I have an issue with because what if your brake lights don't work? You're risking
That is
somebody
a health-
running into you.
Right,
Yeah.
a safety issue.
Yeah, okay, your tabs, whatever. That's a money thing. But if you don't have tabs, you probably don't have insurance. You don't have insurance, so
What would
you're a
be
hazard.
inspection violations?
I don't know.
I don't know what the hell that means. Here, so we want to stop the pullovers that create tension, but we want to keep the ones that are for public safety. Well, I could argue
Most of those.
broken taillights, brake lights, bumper issues. Like, no one's going to get hurt because you've got improperly displayed stickers on your fucking license
Yeah.
plate. I don't give a shit if you even have a license plate, right?
No, but you don't have tabs. You probably don't have insurance. And driving without
Right.
insurance.
Yeah, it doesn't affect us in a no-fault state so much, but I understand your point. But if you just haven't updated that and the sticker's not properly displayed, whatever, that doesn't affect us. But dude, broken taillights?
Yeah, that one seems
Missing
like a
headlight?
hazard issue.
I mean, dude, that absolutely could be.
Headlight and taillight. That's
why
what I
do
was
you have
curious what
headlights?
they would
Why
do.
do you have brake lights? Why do you have bumpers? I mean,
because the cops are racist.
right.
Period. End of story. Just get over it.
The bills were introduced earlier this year by Councilmember Isaiah Thomas, who expressed his gratitude.
By the
am-
way, I
look
just thought
up.
about this real quick. Dude, they could still say we're going to start pulling people over. You know, we're going to still pull you over for brake lights, but just it's not going to be a ticket. By the way, they don't have to get the money grab. You can pull someone over and just say
No. The whole point is that they're limiting the interactions. You're not supposed to be able to pull them over for that.
I understand,
because that's when they start finding warrants and all these things that. It's, oh,
point is
I
that
know.
doesn't happen.
Yeah.
In
Well,
my
if you didn't
case,
pull
for
me
the
over
most
for my
part.
stupid headlight, then
Yeah.
you wouldn't have got me for my warrant.
Yeah, for my outstanding warrant.
Yeah.
For,
I know what you're saying, Troy. I'm
Drug
just
sales.
pointing out that they could say, "Hey, we're still going to do these, but don't worry. From now on, you're not necessarily getting a ticket. They're just going to say, "Hey, yo, fix this."
Yeah.
They don't say
which
that.
they do a lot of times too.
Of
I
course
know.
they do.
Oh, yeah,
They
Pat.
do that a lot.
Yeah.
They go, just get it.
No, they're
fixed.
acting like that's the problem.
I know.
And that's
Yeah.
not the
That's not
fucking
the problem.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought this guy says, I'm humbled by every person who told my office of the humiliation and trauma experienced in some of these traffic stops. Humiliation and trauma because cop pulled you over because your brake lights were out?
Yeah.
Okay. To many people who look like me, I'm assuming this guy's black, a traffic stop is
Isaiah
a...
Thomas?
Yeah.
Safe bet.
It's not that Isaiah Thomas, though, I don't think.
There's a couple of them.
Yeah. To many people who look like me, a traffic stop is a rite of passage. We pick out cars, we determine routes, we plan our social interactions around the fact that it is likely that we will be pulled over by police. By removing the traffic stops that promote discrimination rather than public safety, City Council has made our streets safer and more equitable. With this vote, I breathe a sigh of relief that my sons and my friends' children will grow up in a city where being pulled over is not a rite of passage, but a measure of the safety of your driving and vehicle, regardless of skin color. The Philadelphia Police Department said it supports this legislation. Yeah, you know what? Here's a news flash for you, Isaiah. Being pulled over is a rite of passage for every driver. Mm-hmm. That's not exclusive. Troy, do you know anybody, and minorities included, that's been pulled over more than me or you? I promise you don't.
I've been pulled over a lot.
A lot.
I've gotten away with a lot. I've
gotten away with a lot, too.
I have my full white privilege on display. No problem. But at the same time, I didn't have warrants. I wasn't drunk.
Registered.
My insurance was in place. My registration was. I wasn't riding dirty. I didn't give them any. I got pulled over for stuff.
Yeah.
But it didn't have to go anywhere besides that. I've gotten my share of tickets and I moved on. I don't understand where that disconnect is.
Yeah.
Like, just because you got pulled over for something, even if you get a ticket.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I mean, aside from them just dragging you out of the car because you're black and beating the shit out of you, I'm sure it probably happens, but I don't think it's quite as prevalent as.
No, I don't either. Can we still pull over the guy with blown out fucking windows and has a Glad bag taped up to fill the hole left by the broken glass? Is
Probably
that
not.
considered a safety hazard?
I think if it's on the
what about-
driver's window, probably if you can't see.
What
but-
about what about the guy riding on rims just sending sparks everywhere? Can we pull that guy over?
I don't think that's a.
that
technically I
racist?
don't think that's a violation. I don't think there's.
Oh, I
I
think
don't
it
think there's
is.
a law that says you have to have tires.
I don't think you can ride on the rims, dude.
Is there a law that says you have to have tires?
I would assume there is.
Yeah, I got to go with E on this one.
Okay,
probably-
I'd like to know that statute.
What do
If,
you think?
Any
Do you think
listeners
this?
out there? What-
Do you think this helps? Yeah, I'd like to know too. Emails.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I think that the reality is what I already said, and that is they're not real. They're pretending they're doing something, but they're not, because they could just come out and say, "Hey, from now on, we're instructing all our officers. If it's just clearly, because brake lights and headlights are absolutely safety issues.
Yeah,
so
I
for
agree.
those few, I think they could come out and say, "Hey, here's the thing from now on, guys. Our officers are instructed from now on. If you have these things, that's it. They'll pull you over. They will tell you, hey, this is a safety issue, and they're not going to check you for whatever reason. I guess, but
To me,
but
change the law that people don't have to have appropriate bumpers. People don't need brake lights.
my point is,
people
yeah.
can have broken headlights. Change the law to say that then.
Yeah.
But don't act like
it's a law, but we're not going to enforce it.
people are so scared of police officers. Oh my God, we have to just let these things go. Because, dude, I'm telling you, when someone's got brake lights out,
There was verbiage in there
that's
too.
terrible.
These type of interactions, getting pulled over for those things, the
Yeah.
brake lights, the tail lights, the tags, whatever it is, they were disproportionately affecting
Right.
people of color. Why is that?
Yeah.
Why is that? Why is that? Is that they don't fix their shit.
Or are they just ignoring it when they see that the driver's white and he's got his brake
Right,
lights
they
out?
let that go.
My guess is no.
I don't know. Probably going down a dangerous road right there. But
Maybe,
I don't understand.
but
I don't
no,
understand why
I understand
is.
what you're saying, though, in that
Yeah, how that's disproportionately affected. They can't afford brake lights, so it's not fair that they don't have a brake light to pull them over for that. They're doing the best they can. I just don't understand the thought process behind it. Aside from cops are racist and they're just going to beat the shit out of you for it.
Yeah, lowest common denominator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, the baby's got to go potty. Yeah. Well, why don't we wrap it up there? We'll come back, do it again tomorrow. Feel free to send some emails. Walters@DetroitCast.com will work. Someone sent an email. Maybe I'll read it tomorrow. But yeah, send your emails, comments, questions, whatever you've got. And E, you're going to be gone for a couple days. Oh, there's the Cece. Oh, get the Cece on the camera. She loves her tea. Oh,
Yeah, look at that. Look at that bitch.
Yeah, look at those eyes.
yeah.
Sucker for blue eyes and a
Yeah.
Australian accent.
Look at her.
What is
Anyway.
she thinking right now?
Thinking I got to
Quit fucking
I
with
got to
me and take me
piss.
outside.
I got to piss really
Don't touch
bad,
me right
Dad.
there. I'm going to pee on you.
Anyway, thanks for listening. E, we'll see you on Thursday.
Correct.
Good luck with your other show Wednesday. And I
Thank you.
don't know what you got going tomorrow, but whatever. But yeah,
I do have a life, Michael.
I know you do, and I'm proud of you for that.
Michael.
But Troy and I will be here tomorrow. Maybe Trav will join us. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, have a good rest of the day, everybody, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.